You're rocking with King Troll. And I'm your boy, just call me Monty, aka King Gigawatt. P, just call me Monty. Back with an intro to make your head turn. Wave gang, making it happen. When will they ever learn that we stay strapped with the heat? Some all mass burn and I'm just here to assist. Like Steve Nash, turn back? Nah, never. I'm a goat with the intros. King Troll, EBL shooting, so get low. Squad so exclusive, if you ain't, then it don't matter. Right there's your home run when we pitch like a nice batter. It's battle rap, and when it comes to that, we don't talk. Exclusive battle league, man, they think it's a cakewalk. Until they come to battle and get smoked by a killer. Stop sleeping on the league, bet not come with mad filler. We out here, see I move different, just say the word. Call me David with that slingshot, throwing them angry birds. Yes, King Jigger, I'm just talking, so pay attention. This is just the intro, but me snapping was my decision. Wave gang all day, yeah, you heard what I said. Anybody sleeping on us, we gon' put them to bed. It's wave gang all day, yeah, you heard what I said. Don't get it twisted, dread like you got something to dread. It's wave gang all day, yeah, you heard what I said. Anybody sleeping on us, we gon' put them to bed. It's wave gang all day, yeah, you heard what I said. Don't get it twisted, dread like you got something to dread.
You can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
A woman is the most potent expression of feminine energy in the harmonic equation of the human experience. Growing Down, an observation of the masculinization of the Black American woman, Volume 1. Get your copy at FibonacciBrown.com.
While I take totes of the marijuana smoke.
Let's do some battle niggas. Y'all already know we shit. All y'all niggas trying to be like we need a blueprint. Y'all know what the fuck it is. If you ain't cruising the wrong map, nigga, fuck out of here.
We dropping classic after classic. We dropping classic after classic. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter. 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 We dropping classic after classic, after classic, after fucking classic.
Started from the bottom, then we catapulted. Don't come trash here, get your battle voted. Hog life kinda trash, I can't sugarcoat it. How you rap a whole round, I ain't even notice. How you start a battle league and I ain't even notice. We don't fuck with you suckers, you ain't even notice. Kingdom, he ain't spitting fire. Hate on me, go to hell with gasoline or tire. Sucker.
We dropping classic after classic. We dropping classic after classic. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter.
Let's do some battle then, nigga. Y'all already know this shit. All y'all niggas tryna be like us. We need a blueprint. Yes. Y'all know what the fuck it is. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter. Fuck out of here.
Hey, it's the way. Up early like day. Now let's get these bills paid. Hey, it's the way. Up early like day. Now let's get these bills paid. Hey, it's the way. Up early like day. Now let's get these bills paid. Hey, it's the way. Up early like day. Now let's get these bills paid.
Yo, what's up? Wave and Blaze podcast Wednesday morning. Salute to everybody that's already pulling up. I already see SK. SK was here 10 minutes early. You feel me? Salute to that brother. Battle Rap Panda, I see you. Salute my dog. Always Trap Butter. I see you, my brother Trap. Make sure y'all go check out that Trapped in Smoke podcast whenever they decide to bring it back. You know, it'll be either this year, this week, next week, 6 months from now, or a year from now. Trying to figure out when they're gonna do that. But y'all stay tuned for that. I swear we've been waiting for another episode of that longer than we've been waiting for Daylight versus Lux to actually go down. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, so shout outs today. Shout out to my brother Smoke Kings TV as always. Shout out to my sister Danny Lux. You already know what time it is. Jules Gaming Lounge. Jules, you my other brother. Salute to you. Hey yo, real quick. And shout out to real special shout out right quick to my brother Pretty Money. You know what I'm saying? My brother Pretty Money hit me up yesterday after the show and was like, yo, Dave, I've been watching what you've been doing lately with your podcast. You're doing good work. So Pretty Money, I know you watching, just want you to know I appreciate that for considering the fact, we ain't see you in the battle rap community in a minute. I know you've been out there, doing your thing. I know your kids are being successful. So, you out there working. So salute to you, brother, for that. But for the fact that you called me, we chopped it up. You told me that it it was a good feeling. No pause. I don't care what y'all Negroes say. No pause. It was a good feeling to hear from you, to hear that you've been tuned in. You know what I'm saying? So salute to that. All right. So basic shout outs out the way. Special shout out of the day. Since we are doing Women's Wednesday with Miss Nacci Brown, as y'all see in the title, here's what we're gonna do. Today's today's special shout out, we're going back to Graham Battle League. If y'all do not remember, Graham Battle League is the battle league down in Florida that is mostly women battlers over there. The new startup league. The link to their channel is in the description box. Shout out to them. They're at 727 subscribers. Let's get to y'all. Make sure y'all go like, comment, subscribe. They do got an upcoming card coming up. It is the Dress to Kill one, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I have it on here. I believe I do. Yep, right here. With this, let me do this. Let me do this way. So that didn't work. Let me find it, y'all. Let me find it. Yeah, give me a second. Anyways, so Just to Kill, they're coming up. You know what I'm saying? So make again, y'all go make sure y'all go follow them. 720 subscribers. Let's get them subscribers up for them, people. Y'all already know what time it is with me. We support everybody. Here it is. I found the card. All right. And there it is. Seabree, the lyricist. Aeon versus Jay Gray. Tasha, the author, versus April K. Rain, the rebel, versus Cashflow Rizzy. Tato versus Holly on Demand. And Big K versus Nashira. I know I shot this brother out of time, but shout out to Joy Nine. He's been the main one that's covering, the interviews for this event. So salute to Joy Nine and his wife over there. Again, if y'all haven't subscribed to Joy Nine, go subscribe to Joey Nine and his wife's channel. Their link is in the description box also. So Grand Battle League, again, this is y'all shout out for this morning for the women. Also, since again we talking about we shouting out women today. Miss Neptune, y'all seen her back when it was what card was that? That was best of the best versus EBO, also known as Jag versus King. Y'all saw her on there. She battled Landini. I'm saying ever since then she's been out here, getting live battles under her belt, doing her thing. She just had a recently battle that dropped on We Go Hard. So the link to that battle is in the description box. Also, make sure y'all go leave a like, comment. You know, if you want to put Wave and Blaze podcast in these comments, sent me here. Do that. That way they know where it's coming from, or exclusive battle league sent here. Or if you want to just put wave, if you want to just throw up the wave emoji and put wave gang send us here, you can do that too. You know what I'm saying? But let them know let them know what we do over here, how we support. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me not forget, Mr. Drew B sent me the other part of this card. Now that I'm thinking about it, as soon as I can find it, unless I can't find it, don't look like I can, people. Ooh, yep, can't find it. If I find it later, I will post it. Drew, what did you do with it? I got every card ever except for this card still. And I don't know why. Is this it? No, that's Seabury and Ash. That's the same one. Oh well. Apparently there's a day two card to it. So, and if I find it again, I will post it later. Anyways, Miss Nacci said that she is going to come up here. Hold on. Let's do some readjustments. Let's do this properly. There we go. Where we at? I'm behind on comments. I'm gonna get to the comments in a minute. I see I'm a little behind. Nacci, SK said about to get sent to the moon because of the URL intro. You talking about Nacci about to get sent to the? I mean, Neptune about to get sent to the moon. Oh yeah, that's right, people. I forgot. We are 11 days out from EBL's F Love card. My brother SK versus Miss Neptune. It's Coke the Goat versus. Give me a second. Coke the Goat. Help me out. Coke the Goat versus Miss Petty. And then there's one more. There's one more battle on that card. I can't ever find the card. I've been trying to sit there and find it. I can't find it. SK, who is the other? What's the other battle on that card? I know you know, cause I can't find it. Nope, I lied. Here it is. There we go. I got it. It was in the other the folder. Nah, Cash versus Miss Vicious, and then Art versus Miss Valenciaga. That's right. So here's the card, y'all. Read the comments, man. I ain't got time to be reading no comments. If I read the comments all day, I wouldn't be able to get this podcast done, sir. Anyway, respectfully. So I guess Cash versus Vicious was added on to the last minute, so as according to SK. Again, February 12th, live on Twitter and on YouTube in the spaces. You already know what time it is. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter. My only thing is, brothers, y'all been booked. Yeah, a lot of y'all been booked on this card for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't and brothers ain't received no promo, ain't received no promo videos to drop. I'm saying, what's going on with that? Y'all sent 5011, videos last for the last card, but ain't nobody sent none this one. What's up? Y'all scared of the females? Y'all scared to give the females any extra angles? Is that what it is? Y'all ain't trying to promo on females because they females. I see how it is. See, it's crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever. So again, Miss Petty versus Coat the Goat. Neptune, the lovely Miss Neptune versus SK. Miss Valenciaga versus Art, and Miss Vicious versus Cash is going to be on that. Is going to be opening that card. I said what I said. SK, y'all scared. Y'all scared of promo on the ladies. That's crazy. I don't get it. So if y'all was watching yesterday's podcast, Miss Nacci said that she probably pull up around about 7 or 8 ish. I'm hoping she meant 7 or 8 ish my time, not her time, because then that would be 8 or 9 her time. You know what I mean? But I guess we're gonna have to we have to see when she pulls up. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, I ain't seen you been promoting on Twitter, but you ain't sent me no promo video. Is what I'm saying, sir. That's what I'm talking about. I don't get no promo video. I can't say you promoting on Twitter. You dig? Haha, whatever. All right. So in the meantime, y'all already know what we do. You know, it's a little light work in the news department this morning, right? So we're just gonna go here. Hold on, what is this? Let me see. A little light in the news. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Ain't nothing really going on. I was trying to see if they had any new updates on the Tyree. Oh, that's what I forgot. Tyree Nichols. Again, the GoFundMe in the description box. Make sure y'all go donate again. Donate to the family. You feel what I'm saying? As far as any new updates or any new articles on the Tyree Nichols incident, it's not really much going on other than what we confirmed yesterday. There are some contradictions found in the initial police report, according to CNN. You want to come up? I don't know. It's Black History Month. Give me a second. I want to do something else first. All right. So let me see. Let me see. So yeah. Only thing I'm finding up is right now is okay. So there were false claims on the police report, which we all know. We all do. I know at this point. The report, written 2 hours after Nichols' beating on January 7th, claimed that the 29-year-old was irate and refused lawful detention. Again, we already talked about this. tried to start a fight with the officers, and also to take an officer's piece during the initial traffic stop. Again, we know about this. The only thing that's new with it is that the body cam footage was showing one officer threatening to break Nichols' hands. That's crazy. Like, you all walked up to this man, dragged him out. Five of y'all swarmed him, was shouting different commands. Y'all pepper sprayed him, pulled the taser on him. Then y'all threatened to break his arms. Like, yo, y'all doing too much, son. Again, this is it's every time I think about this whole incident, and even looking at the article online that I'm looking at, that I'm watching it now, it's difficult to look at the body cam footage, son. It's just, and then it's like, even looking and reading all the lies that they try to put in there, like, what was it? The police officer sat in encounter with Nichols on the corner of Castlegate, about 800 meters from where his car was pulled over. Uh, and the arresting officer version of events, Nichols again resisted arrest by pulling an officer's duty belt and grabbing it. Like, y'all really tried to paint a whole narrative to try to justify what y'all did, and even with the narrative in the police report, it doesn't justify anything that the excessiveness. Once y'all had the brother, once y'all had y'all arms on him and y'all were trying to put him in cuffs, that's it. The extra stuff was not necessary. Even with the whole thing about, oh well, you know, he may have allegedly been sleeping with one of the officers' ex brother, my brother, my brother. You mad because another brother is smashing your ex? That's crazy. That's you can't be mad at you mad at him, but you don't mad at her. She obviously, y'all moved on for a reason, and I'm gonna be real. At this point, between looking at the footage and then look between this whole incident, I could kind of see why she moved on from you. I think, like, she moved on because she knew how aggressive you were, and she's like, "Nah, I'm not finna be here with this guy." Maybe she felt threatened, or maybe you were one of those controlling type men that felt like that she was like, "No, I'm out. I don't." Like I said, I'm just speculating, but that's what, just based off your actions with this alone, that's what it's portraying, brother. Respectfully, uh, it don't, like, you really went out your way to beat up somebody else because you had a personal problem with them, but with them being with your ex. That's the most craziest thing ever. That just shows again that you have an ego problem and a lack of control, and it also shows that, you know you may have made that you have low self esteem. Because if your esteem was high enough, you'd be like, okay, she left me. She with a new man. It is what it is. That it is what it is. But no, you decided to be like, to abuse your authority and do what you do. My brother, Dark Matter and Battle Rap. Salute to you, brother. Good morning, sir. Grand Rising. You know what I'm saying. Happy first of Black History Month. I almost said Black Friday. People, I apologize. Like, it all, again, back to this whole situation. It's utterly ridiculous. Like, even though, like, and then it's like, all right, one of the news articles I found, right? It's saying that family leaders call for police reform before Nichols' funeral. How long have we been seeing this in the news, that everybody has been saying that there needs to be police reform. There needs to be police reform. Like I said the other day, either starts with the training, and that starts with training and hiring, and I'm gonna keep pushing that narrative, because that's where it really boils down to. We got to do better, and we got just the training and the screening for getting these people. Otherwise, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse, to the point where nobody's gonna want to deal with the police. Hell, hell, people don't want to deal with them now, but y'all better make it to where if they see a car, they instantly gonna be like, oh, well, it's gonna cause chaos. You know? My bad, y'all. So apparently, Hong Kong is criminalizing CBD as a dangerous pharmaceutical alongside heroin. You know what? We gonna go there. Facts, trap. Facts, panda. Same thing, exactly what you said yesterday. I still agree with you on that. Okay. I'm trying. Okay, so my bad. Yeah, I'm trying to look at this article and figure and see why Hong Kong is declaring it a dangerous pharmaceutical. Like I don't know what's going on in Hong Kong. They're talking about like under the new legislation, possession and consumption of any amount of CBD is punishable by 7 years in prison. A fine of 1 million Hong Kong dollars, 127 USD. Uh, Even travelers could face penalties. So shout out Brittany Griner. Just don't take none of that over there to Hong Kong. You might be out of there, dog. Respectfully. Okay, so the reason why is because it's based off enough research on the healthy side of CBD. That's why, and because of the fact of the government's concern revolves around the possibility of presence of its sister compound THC in CBD products. THC is also found in cannabis plants and is responsible for the high, as we all know. I don't know Hong Kong. I think y'all being a little reachy over there. To make it on the same to criminalize it with the same thing as her like hero, like y'all bugging. Like it's not that serious. As a person that has consumed CBD myself, it's not that crazy. That's to put it next to hero. Like y'all tripping. All right. There's been an article I've been following y'all, and I've been debating if I'm going to actually talk about this because it's kind of wild. It's very cringy. I try to stay away from the cringe a little bit, for the most part. So this is how we're gonna do this. Type a one in the chat if we're gonna get cringy for about 10, 15 minutes. Or type a two in the chat if y'all like, nah, it's too early for that. Let me see. I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds to decide what y'all want to do with this. But yeah, again, type a one in the chat. Y'all want to get to the cringe. I type a two in the chat if y'all like, nah, Dave, it's not even 7 o'clock yet. You bugging. Y'all got 30 seconds while y'all to decide. And we're gonna cut to a quick commercial while y'all sit there and try to decide.
A woman is the most potent expression of feminine energy in the harmonic equation of the human experience. Growing Down, an observation of the masculinization of the Black American woman, Volume 1. Get your copy at FibonacciBrown.com.
All right. So I seen two people say yes out of everybody else that's here. Can I get one more person to vote at least? That way we know. Like, what are y'all doing? I need to vote myself. Do I need to vote for myself? Like, what are you doing? Like, y'all tripping? Let me get one more vote, y'all. Come on. I'm not moving from this spot until I get one more vote. Let y'all know that right now. Make sure you hit the like button too. Y'all bugging. Up, Nacci's here. Salute to Nacci, Grand Rising sister. All right. So y'all want to get to the cringe. I guess y'all want to get out the way. All right. So there's this story that's been going around that's been circulating in the news, right? Um, two real estate companies are facing a $1 million lawsuit alleging they were negligent when handling a unprecedented situation. Now, here's what's been going on, right? There's been a janitor in both of these at both of these been a janitor that gave that's been working at medical office and different medical offices, right? And he's apparently been giving employees the how do I want to say this? The herpaderp by tampering with their water bottles. Apparently this brother, and I need to go call him a brother. Hold on. Is facing felony charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon related to him placing his thing inside an employee's water bottle, which he was eventually caught on camera. So yeah, he's been charged with assault with a deadly weapon because he's been taking this thing out, rubbing it around on women's water bottle. In the process, they be getting the hurt. I don't know what kind of how crazy you got to be to do something like that, but that's wild to me. Like, son, 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 son. What are we doing, people? Like, who really thinks of something like that to like, oh, I'm just finna whip it out and start rubbing it on other people's water bottles because why not? Like, what? Uh, I did the other one I had for it. That was on Monday, yesterday. I told you it's a slow day in the news. In the news, it's crazy. But assault with a deadly weapon, I agree. But brother, you can't be out here rubbing your stuff on other people's water bottles. Like you tripping, tripping. I don't know who does that. I don't know why you thought that was cool. Apparently, also according to another story, according also to add on to this, he's been he's been urinating in some of the water bottles, all kinds of badness. I'm like, son, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Pretty much like yeah, like so, and the only reason why it was noticed because several women noticed their water bottle smelling and tasting foul. Yeah, it's gonna taste foul if he's sitting there rubbing this thing on it and peeing in it. Like the first time y'all noticed that, y'all should have been like, y'all should have said something, but y'all just said, "Oh, we just gonna go along. We just gonna not say nothing." I don't know. Y'all tripping. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me retract that statement. So what one of the women did, she decided to put a video up, and that's when she called him. So she went to the building management company, and 6 days after she told him is when they finally told him what was going on. Like this is some wild. This is wild. This is wild, son. What are we doing, people? Like no. Hey, look, look. You can't say it's too early When I warned y'all, it was cringy. I give y'all warning when the thing, no pun intended, is going to be cringy. You know what I'm saying? I give y'all warning. So y'all said yes, y'all wanted to get to the cringe, so we got to the cringe out the way. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we close to the hour. Let's go ahead. Let me do one. Let's get away from the cringe right quick, right? Since we in Black History Month, let's see. Since we in Black History Month, let's get away from the cringe. Let's get back to the positiveness of I'm saying of stuff. Let's get to some battle rap right quick. Let's get to the battle rap section. I know y'all been asking me to talk about it, and I've been avoiding it. It's the clean paper, and I'm saying, heard you, I heard you had some questionable material at the event, at the outside event. It was very pause worthy. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what you were thinking saying when you wrote that round. It was wild, and I'm just like Ace's reaction is hilarious to it. Where is it? Wait, hold on. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. I'm pretty sure y'all have already seen this. If you haven't seen it, let's laugh right quick. Salute to clean, but we gonna laugh for a minute. Clean. That was a terrible. That was not a clean setup. Respectfully, I don't know what you doing. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. Clean. No, I'm not even take. No, I'm not. I don't. I'm not. I'm uncomfortable saying that. I know you're old head. You know you from Detroit. You say y'all don't say pause, but come on, bro. That was wild. The whole setup for that part is wild. Let's continue though. We got an ace in the what? No, clean. Why? Clean, 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 clean. I don't know if you were just freestyling at this point, and I don't know if you're just trolling people because you're just like, I know at one point you was out of it with the battle, so you just like f this. I'm gonna just say something to try to get out the way, but it's nasty work. Quitty voice, it's nasty work, son. Nasty work. Talking about ace in the no, sir. We don't put eight. No, we don't want aces in no, sir. Side note. Side note. Ace Amin's expression is hilarious. I'm crying. I'm crying. Y'all can't hear it. What the hell? All right. YouTube wants to. All right. Hold on. Let me figure some shit out. It's always something. It's always something. Oh, you know what? I know why you can't hear it. We gonna run it back. Then we gonna run it back.
I said I could use my hands to fuck up shit, but now I'm feeling like a stuck up bitch. I ain't even taking the pole. Fuck that. Yes, I am. I'm still spitting.
Now can you hear it? Now can you hear it, Panda? My man said, "I'm not even taking the poll." Like, no, no, clean, no, 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 sir, no, sir, no, 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 no.
Because I know that ain't what you want. And we aiming at aim. Because that's who we came to get on. So I might not have hit shit else the whole night. But it's a for sure bet I got an ace in the hole.
No, no, you do not got have a ace. No, you do not have an ace in the. Like I said, I don't know if that was party around and you're just trolling the crowd. Okay, I get it. Or if no, if you're just freestyling and everything, I get it. It's you trying to be funny, but no, that's not. No, we are not doing this, sir. Respectfully, respectfully. Side note: look at Smack's face. Smack. Look at Smack's face, y'all. That is hilarious to me, son. Smack's face is like, bruh, what is he talking about? Why are we doing this? Um, not. I don't even think in a parallel universe. You know, I don't even think in a parallel universe. Maybe the other the universe. You know what I'm saying over there with them that might fly, but I don't even know. But continue.
I got some of the real. So you wow. You
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame.
I don't know what we doing. What we doing with clean? Like clean, sir, respectfully. That's not it. That was not again. Like I said, that was nasty work. Uh, where Nacci at? Nacci, where you at? I know you in the chat somewhere. Nacci, I'm gonna DM you the StreamYard invite whenever you want to pull up. Let me get this. There we go. I don't know what clean talking about. Um, did you type a one in the chat if you saw where was it? If you saw Smack's interview the other day where he explains what the whole thing about the YouTube drops. If you didn't, if you did, cool. If you didn't, I'm gonna go ahead. I haven't seen it, so I want to watch with people with y'all while we're here, and then that way we can kind of break it down a little bit. Pause, pause, pause. All right, give y'all 20 seconds. Let's see if anybody's watched it because I haven't watched it myself. In your DMs, crazy. Here. All right. Let's watch. We're gonna watch this together while we're waiting on Nacci to get here. Shout out to Homie Smack though.
they're starting to do the comparison, like, oh, we missed YouTube. We can't get a lot of battles on YouTube no more. A lot of stuff is on the app. And talk about this for me.
I mean, what you want to know, like, you know what I mean? I'm fully 100% independent. I'm not,
Right.
you know what
Talk.
I'm saying?
That's what I want you to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in YouTube. I gave YouTube 10 years out of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It takes, support finances to do what we're doing. And if you support this art form, you know what I'm saying? Everything is gonna live on the app. We need the support. You know what I mean? That's just basically what it is. Like, I'm independent. You know what I mean? I'm fully independent. 100% independent. I'm not relying on none of these major companies, none of these major fucking, corporations to basically,
I'm fully independent. I'm not I'm not relying on these major companies, this, that, and the third. It's interesting that he says that, because of the whole caffeine deal that he's been having. So, now mind you, I know we've heard him say, you know, plenty of times, he's been on YouTube for 10 years and everything else. And again, one of the things I don't know if y'all caught the live on Saturday, I said that, with the way YouTube policies keep changing because of the content, it's harder to monetize on battle rap. Salute, sis.
Salute, Grand Rising. Happy
Grand Rising.
Wednesday, Hump Day.
Wednesday. Salute to you. Salute to the first day of Black History Month, you dig?
Indeed. You want to know what I do all February on Facebook?
What's up?
I make affirmations
Uh-huh.
that are not necessarily true, but are positive affirmations over Black culture the whole month.
Okay.
So I say stuff like the Black dollar exceeds the American currency for the first time since inception.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we don't have a Black currency, I speak positively over us as a people.
Mm-hmm.
So all February, that's what it's going to be.
Hey, I like that. So, because that's what I think I'm going to try to do. Other than today, because I wasn't prepared for it,
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try every morning during Black History Month. We're going to bring up one Black historical figure, throw some little quick, 2-minute facts about them. You know what I'm saying? And go from there.
That's all.
We got
I
celebrate Black History Month.
That's right. Black History Month lasts all year.
That's a fact. All right. So you want to go ahead and do a reaction to this Mac. Have you seen this video with Smack yet or no?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do reactions to it. So I'm gonna be pausing it here and there, like bringing it forward, bringing it back, so that way we can kind of hear. So
Okay.
did you hear the beginning part of what he said?
No, I literally was trying to get set up and everything, so I didn't get a chance to hear.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring it back for you right quick.
Okay.
We're gonna bring it back to there. Let's do this way. There we go.
Hey man, successful night. YouTube app. Let's talk about how some people, they're starting to do the comparison, like, oh, we missed YouTube. We can't get a lot of battles on YouTube no more. A lot of stuff is on the app. And talk about this for me.
I mean, what you want to know, like, you know what I mean? I'm fully 100% independent. I'm not,
right. That's what I want you to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in YouTube. I gave YouTube 10 years out of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It takes, support finances to do what we're doing. And if you support this art form, you know what I'm saying? Everything is gonna live on the app. We need the support. You know what I mean? That's just basically what it is. Like, I'm independent. You know what I mean? I'm fully independent. 100% independent. I'm not relying on none of these major companies, none of these major fucking corporations to basically distribute, you know what I'm saying, the content that I produce.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's just...
All right. So why is it not? Oh, let's do it this way. There we go. All right. So he's saying out the gate, he's fully independent. He's not relying on major companies to help him. That's why he's not trying to put stuff on YouTube. Because he been putting battles on YouTube for 10 years and everything. And like I just said, YouTube monetization policies have been changing damn near every 6 months sometimes. So it's just like, at this point, if he can't make the money off of YouTube to help support, that's why he's like, I'm done with YouTube. Now, smack my only counter argument to that, right, is why not drop them on the app first? Like, because initially you were dropping them on the app first and then later dropping them on YouTube. Why not go back to that? That's my counter argument. That way you still get a little bit of the YouTube revenue and you get the revenue from the app. Unless you feel like people were like, okay, we'll just wait for the app to wait on YouTube and we're not gonna get the app. Nachi.
So I have to definitely respect the entrepreneurial spirit that Smack has.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not gonna complain about the construct you're in, to go and do your own thing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not mad at that at all. Like he said, he's given 10 years. After 10 years of sharing your content, looking to have your content distributed by a third party, and maybe not receiving the benefits that were expected after a 10-year engagement, and he decided to step away and do his own thing completely independent, I don't have a problem with that at all. And I think it's gonna kind of be like the caterpillar in the cocoon turning into the butterfly, the beginning of an independent process where you can have your own thing and move independently. Kind of looks like chaos in the beginning. And
Mm-hmm.
until that chaos is complete, you won't be able to really see the beautiful butterfly that emerges, but it has to take steps first. And maybe these are some of the steps that don't look so pretty in the beginning that have
Mm-hmm.
to get to make it greater later. So I'm not mad at Smack. Do your thing. I love entrepreneurship. The fact that he's independent and at least gave, now I shouldn't say at least, but gave 10 years
Mm-hmm.
and decided to step out, I'm not mad at all. Kudos to him.
This is just to add on my thing also with it. It's kind of like, cause and this is where I feel again, I kind of agree with you because I feel where Smack is coming from. As also as a platform of battle rap, that's also a content creator. Like, think about it. When we was initially on Discord, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we love Discord. We've been here. We gave Discord what 3 or 4 years straight, right?
Yeah.
Then remember, as soon as we said we was going to spaces, remember all the backlash we got from, like, oh, why y'all going to spaces? Spaces is terrible.
Hmm.
We don't want to be on spaces. This, that, everything else. So it's like, that's why when I hear people complaining about everything, about all the battles being on the app, it's like I understand where he's come again. I understand why he's doing it. It's like, yo, we gave y'all the content on Discord for 10, 15, for 3, 4 years. We had to deal with so much extras, like making sure we got an extra bot to record and bot in the voice chat to record the audio, because sometimes the audio would get messed up, or
Yeah. Yeah.
when people trying to we told a lot of guys for years, make sure you got a good quality microphone, a good quality earpiece, so that way your footage comes out. But yet, and still people still using Bluetooth speakers in their car to rap, or some or 10,
Right.
$15 wireless headphones, or even $2 plug-in headphones to try to rap with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there
Yeah.
was plenty of times I told brothers, look, you can go get this Corsair headset. It's like $20, $30. All you gotta do is plug it into your phone. You can use it through Discord like that, and you can have at least a better quality of what you're putting out now. What happened? Brothers didn't want to spend the $20, $30 on it. So it's like, once we moved to spaces and we realized, yo, the spaces quality is so much better
Hmm.
than 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 Discord. We're like, and that's where the majority of the people is. And that was our other problem is, like, since nobody wants to download Discord, but the whole battle rap community is on Twitter, and Twitter is a much bigger platform. You got to go where the people is, and everybody.
Yeah.
You got to go where the people is, and even still to this day, a lot of the Discord brothers they don't understand that. You know, they
People are comfortable. People get comfortable with what they're used to, and sometimes
Mhm.
when it's time to make necessary changes, they just, they start complaining out of comfort. But
Mhm.
sometimes you got to take a couple steps back to spring forward several more steps. So if you got to go
Mhm.
back to come up 10, it's worth it. So if he needs to make some adjustments in order to make it a better independent experience for him and for ultimately the fans too, I'm not mad. Like do your thing, Smack. I'm not mad at all.
I think like, and I think my other thing is with this. What is hold on? What is hold on? My thing, and then my thing with it is this, right? Shout out to Art. Art, I see you. Give me a second. If you go back and look at some of the battles that were put out on YouTube, now
Hmm.
okay, you can argue the maybe the camera quality, because whatever camera they're using at the time. Even with avocado, even when they finally got avocado to do the pay per view live streams, right?
Hmm.
So you can argue, okay, the camera quality was good when avocado there, but if you look at some of the camera quality now, because of the fact that cameras change over the years, with YouTube, you can only render such at such a certain bit rate before it
Right.
only comes out. Like I think the highest you can go is like 4K, but on YouTube, even if you have a 4K camera, a lot of times it's not going to come out in 4K. It's not.
Yeah.
Like there's 8K cameras that some content creators use, and they sit there and they say specifically when they render them in whatever processing and whatever video processor that they use, that a lot of them still put in 1080p because of the fact that not everybody has 8K TVs or
Right.
8K software. So you can argue that also just the quality like visually on the app is a little bit better than it is on YouTube. That
Hmm.
would that would be a great comparison. I think if somebody was to sit there, put a app, put uh a app battle just based and look at it based off the
Quality.
video quality,
Yeah.
then versus on YouTube. And then a lot of people don't understand is because YouTube compresses a lot. That's the other part. Hold on, what's good, Art?
Yo, yo, yo.
Grand
What's the
Rising.
word?
Right.
Nacci, what's up, Dave? Fucking Freddy Krueger. What's up?
What's up?
What's going on? I'm just chiming in on y'all shit. So y'all talking about as far as like battle rap on Spaces versus Discord.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I'm for the progression of like audio battle rap going to Twitter and shit. It's bigger name, like bigger. That's for the people that want to broaden their brand. Like, but for like people like me personally, or people like some of the best niggas on Discord are people that only do this shit for fun. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So they not really looking for that the big names to be looking at their battles and shit. It'd be nice to see it, but like they're not really looking for that. So like honestly, that's probably one of the main reasons people don't. And then they don't really like the vibe of the Twitter, like the way the format of the shit. Sometimes like only 10 people can mic up and people can choose who get to react to your shit and all that. Like so, I can understand why people don't want to cross over sometimes.
Now, my rebuttal to that is, sir. Now you've been at 10 million. You've been at 50 million EBL battles, right? We've all when it comes to EBL, even on Discord, we've always had it set to where we only have like 10, 15 people mic'd up. That way we don't. That way it's not a crazy reaction to where it messes up the footage or it can't or the battlers can't hear. Correct.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So now on Spaces, you get a max of 13 people count 13
13?
people that can be on there 13 people that can be on there at once, right?
Yeah.
Now, see, if you got 13 people, that's still, if we gonna really break it down, that's still a lot of people that can react.
No, that's right. But
The thing is,
my bad.
the, the thing is, and I say this all the time. I guess people listen to me. I don't know why y'all don't listen to me, because y'all know I pay attention to everything. What happens is at the battles, a lot of people, even when they're on voice, they just don't react because they want to. They don't react like that because they don't want to mess up the footage. They want they want the battlers to make sure that their footage comes out clear. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? You get reaction just because you're not getting like on no offense to TYS or anything. Just because you don't get 30 people reacting at once and 30 people reacting at once doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. Why do you need 30 then again, why do you need 30 people reacting at once? You know? I'd be different if
It's
you
not about.
say
I'm not.
I, go ahead.
No, I'm about to say it's not about just per reaction like that. That's a superficial thing. Like I want mad people to react to it, but it's just about the atmosphere. Period. It just sounds better. It's like yeah, I don't know.
Me,
This is me personally. It's not just me like gathering up other people's opinions. Either. This is me personally saying like that.
no,
Also,
no.
I like when I was talking about the who can react and all that shit. I was talking about as far as like back in the EFM day because I honestly like lost touch with the Discord battle rap after all that bullshit happened a couple months ago and shit with the EFM and all that. So back in that, like when we outsiders coming into the like Discord world and shit, it's just kind of awkward for niggas. I'm not sure how it is now as far as EBO right now, so I'm gonna find out in a couple weeks. And not bad, but
Hmm.
you know, I'm just talking about how far like the culture shock and shit. Like, plus we like I said, like Discord is an intimate set, bro. Like we close in on certain people can be in certain servers and shit like that. So it's not like we just like it's an open audience on Twitter.
You know
Anybody
what I
can
think?
pop up in the space.
But see, here's the thing. Even though anybody can hop up in the space, and again, not what's wrong with having a bigger crowd to listen to you? You see what I'm saying?
No, like I said, I understand that.
Like what like I think I'm gonna be real with it. I'm gonna be real with it. I think a lot of guys think that okay, because it's a different audience, they gotta write different, and they want it makes them have the right different to where they're not. You can't say something that about something that happens on Discord on Spaces because nobody on Spaces is gonna get it. So it's like they it makes them a little bit lazier. Is what I'm trying to say because okay, now I got to write for a whole different crowd. They're not going to understand
No,
if I
I
reference
understand that
this,
too
that, and
because
the
we talked about that before. Like we talked about how like Discord is a hive-minded. Like everybody got their own little cliques that's gonna fuck with them. So
third.
people don't want to expand to a whole different audience that don't know don't know shit about them and rap for them,
Hmm.
so they can have a brand new opinion. So that's kind of a
But
fear factor right there too.
here's the crazy part about it, right? Most of the people that we've had on that been on here that's gone from Discord to Spaces, they've been pretty much getting pretty much the same reaction regardless. Look at Chuck. Chuck still
Yeah,
get the same amount. Chuck's everybody
without
still
fact.
talk about Chuck. Chuck no
The
matter
hottest
what.
niggas that came out like that got on spaces. Most of them niggas is from Discord. Like you hear real,
Right,
all of that
right.
shit. Like everybody, like, most of them niggas is from Discord. So definitely, because we the best in the world.
Say it a little bit louder.
No, we the best in the world. I always said that shit before spaces.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
We
This
always-
again between Spaces and Discord. That's where that's where this new wave of talent that's coming up. That's where it's coming from. You know,
Thanks.
you
No,
got
like I said, I'm happy that Twitter came into play because a lot of my niggas then got popping off that shit. Like, so I'm not mad at that shit at all. But
hmm
I'm just trying to give like a reason why certain people don't want to do that shit.
no, and that's what I'm saying is like I feel like they're undervaluing their. I'm finna not you finna smile when I say this. They're undervaluing their talent. Look at it. You see the smile,
Yeah,
right? You see it. Look,
no, I
she
understand that
see.
shit too. I understand that. Look, you know,
Like they're undervaluing their talent. Like, come on, bruh.
you know. I mean,
And
some
that's
people just
that,
like some niggas that just don't like. There'll be niggas that play basketball at the Rucker all day, like that could have been in the NBA. That just didn't. It was not. They talented at it, but it's not in their heart. A lot
hmm
of I'm gonna say like me personally, like I would like to battle live once or twice, but I don't see that shit being my career. I got too much going on in my life that I
right.
don't got time to be traveling and going like spending all types of fares and shit. Like because you gotta, especially now, like a lot, you gonna battle for free a lot before you start getting paid.
Facts.
Especially if you ain't super fire. Like, you know what I mean? Not saying I'm not super fire, but I'm just saying like I don't got time to be battling for free at all. Barely for that in Discord. So you know what I mean? Like I'm not about to be traveling nowhere, getting plane tickets and shit to go to our battle to battle for free. I got all these kids and shit. You feel me? So
Yeah, I agree.
you know. So it depends on like when you a young nigga, you a nigga like Charles Young got swag, you know, a young nigga just getting out of high school, he got a fresh start. He can do what the fuck he want, and he doing his thing. JR and all them niggas like so.
Even
But other
Coach,
niggas,
like everybody, even Coach developing a little following on Twitter Spaces. Like people when they hear Coach, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm pulling up for Coach." It's weird.
yeah, it's fire.
Even between Coach between there and even YouTube. Like I'm looking at that. You know me, I'm a numbers guy. I look at Coach numbers. Coach numbers are there. Like Coach get the following.
Yeah,
As much as people like to clown him and stuff like that. Sometimes your boy Coach out here working. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, facts.
I didn't. One of the reasons why I didn't clown Coat is because he definitely has a very unique quality when it comes to his how he sounds.
Nah, bro, when Cole first got on YouTube 2-3 years ago, niggas was like, "Yo, who is this? this weird sounding nigga? He fire!" Like, he just ain't keep the momentum. But we fuck with Cole when he first got on Discord.
Yeah, he's like
Everybody.
you. If you closed your eyes and listened to 100 rappers, you could pick Coat out of the bunch easily.
Yeah, facts. It sounds different. Yeah. No, and a lot of the like what we call lower tiers on Discord, they some of the most popular niggas on spaces to be honest with you. So you can't even hate on them niggas. Like it's niggas
Yeah.
that got popping that we wasn't, but that's all politics and shit. We got politics within Discord just like it's politics within everything else.
Facts.
So
And that's the what I've always found interesting. Like why like there shouldn't be politics in Discord or audio rap period when we're all at the end of the day, if you really break it down, y'all are all at the same level more or less. Yeah, some of y'all
yeah,
are better at writing
you know how
and
this is.
better at
I
writing
always
than
call
anything
this
else.
yeah. I always
Go
call
ahead.
Discord battle rap cosplay, bro. We want to emulate everything that's happening in real battle rap. I'm dead serious. That's exactly what it is. We want to emulate everything they doing out there.
Battle rap cosplay is crazy.
I'm crying.
Salute to my brother, not Luke Kane. Um,
Salute, Luke Kane.
I was trying to. Okay, let me double back right quick. Dark Matter, can you elaborate on your comment? You said you can get this Xbox One with one controller in one game, or you can get the Nintendo 64 with four controllers in all these games. I didn't understand what you meant by that. Like I'm trying to the bar went over my head. Went over my head. I'm saying. But anyway, let's see what else is Smack talking about in this. Let's get back to this right quick. Let's get back to this while he said Cat Williams pimp decision.
Basically how I'm giving it up.
I asked you that because T Top mentioned it in there. Drop my shit on YouTube. They're battle rappers that want their material dropped on YouTube. What do you say to them that they want to be able to watch this shit on YouTube?
I mean,
And I understand the YouTube, but explain to them why.
explain what why? Like I don't
Because they
understand the question.
want it. Again, he mentioned it in the battle, so it ain't like he just said that for nothing, right? He's got to really mean that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's why they get paid. You know what I'm saying? They get paid to basically, you know what I'm saying, perform. And that's just basically what it is. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, if I'm producing or I'm promoting, a promotion, the promotion is gonna live on my streaming platform.
mm, mm, mm. My man Smack said, if I'm doing the promotion and and I'm doing the paying for everything and y'all getting paid, it's going where I want it to be. That's kind of a both. I feel where you're coming from, Smack, with that. That was kind of a bold statement though. Like, like I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Every now and then as a boss, you gotta pop the collar. You know what I'm saying? And I know he didn't. I know he would. He wasn't trying. I don't think he was trying to be disrespectful when he said it. He was just letting people know what it is. It's like, look, don't it. Y'all want to battle over here? Y'all getting paid for it. It's my footage if I'm doing all the work for it. Because all y'all got to do is come up here and rap. That's it. I got to deal with all the
You know
extras.
what, Dave? A lot of times it's not even about, all you got to do or you're only doing. There's a saying in business that you only get what you negotiate. And
Hmm.
if people are taking these ready-made contracts given to them by the people they're going into partnership with, and they're not reading it or not looking for negotiation points, not weighing out their advantages. If Smack is giving you a contract saying, hey, I'm getting ready to promote this thing, it's going to go where I say it goes. You're only over here basically because you're confident in what my platform can do with your material. So I'm going to pay you and then I'm going to go do my thing. You can't show up 3 months later like, oh, I want to put it here and I want to put it there. Because guess what Smack going to say? Read the contract. So you only get what you negotiate. If you think that you want to be able to say, okay, I appreciate everywhere you're going to distribute, but I also am going to do promotions and I need to be able to do that freely without conflict from you guys so we don't have a conflict of interest
Hmm.
and move forward that way. And I still need to get paid. So if
Hmm.
you're not going to negotiate those points, you can't come back 3 months later talking about that's bold. Maybe it is, but you should have read the contract. Like that's just how that go.
Nachi, all right,
Yeah.
y'all hold it down for a second for me. Be right back.
Okay. So yeah, a lot of times you have people who are in secular music. They get into um, contracts. I know lately the 360 deal has been getting ran through the ringer, but you have people who get into these contracts and they don't read the fine print. They don't look at everything that they need to see that's going to impact them later down the line. They don't find out they've sold all of their creative intellectual property to a third party forever. It's not even just for the life of the project. It's 30 years from now. If somebody wants to license your stuff, guess what? You don't even get to say yes or no. It's the people who have the contract. So you have to look at your contracts, see what they say, make sure it's beneficial for both parties. If it's not a win-win, it's not a good contract. You can't come back complaining later. So I feel bad for some of these artists who they sign these deals and then they find out too late that it sucks. So,
Hmm.
you can't be mad at Smack. And really, Smack is only doing probably how it goes anyway. Because you're not going to get a better deal somewhere else. So,
Hmm.
so it's like, he's probably moving the way that the business and demand dictates he needs to move to protect him.
Hmm.
And you need to move in a way that protects you. You can't just run out here saying, "Oh, it's Smack. Let me sign it." No, you have
Hmm.
to. You only get what you negotiate.
Hmm.
So
All right. Polo agrees with Polo from Polo. Shout out to Polo from across the pond. You know what I'm saying? He
I
says facts, Nachi. They don't ask for you. They don't ask URL for YouTube drops. They ask the money. They take the money and rap. Dark Matter said Cortez asked for pay-per-view revenue and he was marginalized to a degree.
mm,
Eh, Battle rapper, and then he Polo just said battle rapper take the money, then think about better contracts. Hindsight is 2020.
yep. You got to think about better contracts first.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Uh, that's literally what it is, especially because y'all like to say that y'all are independent contractors. If you're an independent
Yeah,
contractor,
it's the contract.
you're going to say you're an independent contractor. You can't complain about what's in the contract after the fact because you signed the contract.
You should go into a contract, especially as a creative, knowing what makes you feel valued in the dynamic. If you're not
Mm-hmm.
going in saying, you know what, these are the things I need, and you're just waiting to see what somebody will throw you, you're
Mm-hmm.
not even going to know how to negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a contract. You are absolutely an independent contractor. So
It, it's the
you have to
same thing with
definitely speak up for yourself, or somebody else will sign you up for what works for them.
it's the same thing with you. If you, since we're talking about YouTube, right? It's the same thing with YouTube content creators when they do these paid ad promotions in the middle of their videos and stuff like that. Like, they're sent the contract. The company that wants them to do the paid ad promotion, they're
Mhm.
sent the contract that they have to sign. They have to look. They make sure they look over it, or they have a lawyer that looks over it, whatever have you, and then they can sit there and say, yeah, I'll go ahead and do the ad, or no, you know,
Yep.
or they may respond to them like, yo, well, can I do it this way, that way, and the third, and then that company has the ability to sit there and say, yeah, you can, or no, you can't, and then they go about the business again. At the end, this is the one thing I've always been saying: there's nothing wrong with saying no.
Facts.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying no at the end of the day. You know, especially when it comes to business. If you feel like you read over the contract, if you read over a contract, like Art, since Art's here, right? Art, if I send you a contract saying I want to book you for 3 battles and I put an X amount of money on it, right? And you tell me, well, no, I need more than that, right? And I say, all right, well, can we meet you here? And you tell me, well, no, because I need to be here. And we go back and forth. You don't, just because you say no to, at the end of the day, if we can't figure out a common ground for it, and then you be like, all right, well, we can't find a common ground for it, then I'm gonna have to I can't sign this contract. I can't do it. Who am I to get
Facts.
mad? Because again, it's a business at the end of the day.
Facts. I'm gonna touch on it a little bit at like a couple of minutes. I can go on time right now, but yeah, definitely.
No, you stay if you want to just sit there and tune in. Polo said there's 100 leagues with YouTube drops. Go over there. Smack don't have to change nothing. It's true. It's his and that's the other thing. Like, at the end of the day, it's his company. He can do what he want with it.
People are attracted to Smack because of the platform. So a lot of times people are willing to compromise themselves in order to be a part of the platform, not finding out till later maybe this wasn't the best move, or I could have made a better move within this dynamic. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't be quiet in the beginning and complain later. You have to speak up so that it rolls out right from the beginning, not
Right.
later on you got your lip stuck out, now you're a victim.
The one thing I've always disagreed though with battle rappers, and again, this is no disrespect. This is no disrespect to any battle rapper. If y'all ever hear this, a lot of y'all. The one thing I dislike is when y'all try to go on social media, like on Spaces, Instagram, interviews, and stuff like that, and then y'all start complaining about your contract, or things not going y'all way, and this, that, and the third. It's like, had a conversation with them behind the scenes.
Mhm.
Not a lot of we the fans don't need to know everything that's going on with y'all. Or if you need if you need somebody to talk to, find a friend, or a person, find somebody like a friend that you could talk to, but don't do it in public, you know.
Well, sometimes that's actually a good thing, because
Mm,
you need to know how certain people move in business.
mm-hmm,
It's a lot of people that will go and complain to get sympathy,
mm-hmm,
and they're used to the glory of a situation. So while they're like, man, I just want to rap, man, I'm just trying to spit my bars, man, I'm just trying to write a song. It's like, yeah, but you suck at business, and that's nobody's fault but yours. Like, what do you come into a business dynamic not knowing business, just, hey, I'm the talent, and you think people are supposed to say, oh, okay, let's go easy on you. No, you've just given them reason to show their fangs.
mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you don't know business? They salivate now. So it's not, if they were coming to you to say, hey, I'm ready to be a creative, I want to start rapping, then the ball would be in your court. But don't walk up to business people thinking I'm the talent, and everything should just go my way. You have to know all of the components. It's hamburger, it's peanut butter and jelly, it's basket and ball. You can't
Yeah,
just come with one side of it and expect other people are gonna pick up your slack. No,
yeah.
that's not how
People
this
think
works.
like it's. I think niggas think niggas that been knowing Smack for all these years. They still look at him like the nigga that hold the camera up on Smack DVD, but they don't. They I feel like they're not looking at him like he's a businessman
A
sometimes.
businessman.
Yeah, and I don't understand that. Like, bro, Smack, you're all been on the app for damn near 4 years, probably more. That if you didn't want to be on, if you wanted to be on YouTube, you had to make that decision 4 years ago.
Mhm.
Like, I don't understand that. Like, you could have been on RBE this whole time if you wanted to. Like, I don't
It,
understand. Like,
people know this
people
about-
don't ask. Like, actors don't act like ask if they like their movies being signed a contract for that movie to be on Netflix. They can't complain that why that movie not dropping in theaters. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand
I
that
want
shit.
to.
And
I
they
want to.
negotiate. Like, remember the whole Monique thing? That was because of her
Right,
negotiations. So
right,
if you're not going to negotiate, you can't sign the contract and get mad later. Like
right.
you gotta know, you only get what you negotiate.
People
That's
think it's like loyalty. The only loyalty in business lies in it only lies in the contract. After
Mhm.
you sign a contract, the loyalty to anything else goes out the window.
And I think
mm-hmm.
that's. And I think I got 2 points right quick. I think one, that's where a lot of people get it twisted because it's like yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm cool with Smack. Smack's the homie. This, that, and the third. We chop it up all the time. This and X, Y, Z." But then they try to mix the business with the friendship. It's like you can't mix the business with the friendship. That's two separate things.
It really is.
Even and it's like and I'm saying that now, and when I'm saying that now, right? Because I'm also thinking about something I said beginning of the in January on one of the podcasts when I was talking about the whole Remy smack blocking the easy to block Captain Hitman thing after he was just on Chrome after he just had her on on there talking about that's my sister. It's like, I want to retract that statement because I was like, it don't make no sense. I want to retract that statement. Now that I think about it, it does make sense. It's like, yeah, I'm cool with Remy, but at the end of the day, it's still business.
Yeah.
That's still my artist. He's still under a contract. I'm doing what I got to do as a as a business person.
Mm-hmm.
So just want to go ahead and retract that statement again. Y'all know me. If I know I said something messed up before, I'm willing to say I was wrong and correct it. But also, Smack DVD, right? Because Art just brought this up. Was if now somebody in the comment section will probably know this. When Smack was just dropping the battles on Smack DVD, right? And then he said he was going to YouTube. Wasn't there a little bit of wasn't he getting a little bit of backlash then? Does somebody know? So I'm pretty sure there probably was a little bit of backlash from him doing that at first. So it's like, because he went from again the DVD being in the shop, y'all could buy it then to where now you gotta go on YouTube. I hate Thanos so much. you know, it's like there's like you said, there's going to be a backlash. It's just a transition. I think with the way social media and the internet, everybody expects the transition to be completed in like in such a little time. It's like no, like Art said, the app's only been out
4
maybe
years. If
like
that,
4 years. That's nothing.
yeah.
4 years is nothing. Look at Raid Shadow Legends. Shout out to them. They've been out for freaking ever. you know, it still takes some time. It still takes some time to to fully transition to fully get
It's the
every. It's
the
good.
cocoon. It's the whole caterpillar and the cocoon effect. It's not. It might not be beautiful for a minute, but it might even look like chaos while it's going through the process.
Mm-hmm.
But those things take time and they have to grow, and it may involve changes that everybody is not going to always agree with or see the benefit of right away. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the only person that can really stand in a position to eyeball that is Smack. Like, how can everybody else tell him about the business he's been doing for 10
Mm-hmm.
years or
But
more?
Really.
And then here's my thing. Shout out, and this is no again, there's no disrespect when I say this. iBattle got their own app. Don't nobody complain about iBattle
Mm,
and about how some of the battles don't how some of their battles don't go on YouTube. They got some battles they are specifically app only. I don't hear nobody complain about that with iBattle.
because it's the
Everybody want,
expectation. They expect more from Smack.
but how can y'all expect more from Smack when he's given? It's not the
That's the
it's
question.
the y'all need to expect more from the battlers to get to get the quality content that y'all want, not Smack. Smack is just the platform at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he
Yep.
puts the if they put the battles together, it's like okay, this is gonna be a good battle. I expect them to bring 3 rounds. I expect them to bring great material. But at the end of the day, it's still up to the battlers. He can't sit there and be in the room with them like, hey yo, let me hear that. Let me hear what you said. Oh no, I don't like that. You need to erase that and say something else. Like y'all can't expect him to do that.
Right.
Or like now and then we're not gonna act like there are times where Smack has listened to the people. Like the whole thing with Buddy that they caught that shout out to my Twitter family that they caught on Twitter reusing every 5011 bars
Oh wow.
from
Yeah.
other people. What happened?
He
They
was in
kicked
a
him out.
tournament or something. He was trying
He
out
was in
for.
the Crucible. He was in the
Yes.
Crucible. He got kicked out the Crucible for it. You
Facts.
know, when it's time to act, he will act. Like he's like, nah, son, like you out here taking everybody's stuff. Nah, you out here. Try again later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or never.
Or never. Because I don't think people gonna forget a biter.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's the other thing I think a lot of people don't understand is like what Polo just said, Smacking them took losses for years. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times, salute Augustine. So it's like, now that he's slowly getting to the point where he's not taking a loss, let that man now y'all like let the man live. Like if he wants to say like now, only thing I will disagree, Smack, you be wilding sometimes when you be saying, "Oh, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire." Cut that out, bro. Cut that out. I know you happy, you got a successful event, you be lit. You know what I'm saying? You don't nobody need to know you don't you, when you say things like that. It makes it look bad on you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I think that, and a lot of times that's where you gotta chill out with that, or what I've been saying, or like I've been saying like the past few podcasts, a little bit more transparency would go a long way with certain things. I'm not saying you got to be transparent on everything, but when y'all are saying that something is gonna happen and then it doesn't happen, and then the people are left in the dark. A little update would be nice if it's like, okay, well it's not happening yet. Smack hasn't taken many losses. So somebody in the comment section says Smack hasn't taken many losses. He used other people's money 90% of the time, from Swag to Harry to other sponsors. That just because okay, just because he's used other people's money though, still doesn't mean that that doesn't mean he hasn't taken losses though. Like I could get I could you we don't know the particulars of what if he's actually had to come in negative just because he's had you know sponsorships here and there, because
Many
even with
times,
those.
anytime somebody is trying to transition from a platform in order to grow and get bigger, they absolutely take losses. And if you are normally on a YouTube platform and then you look up and 10 years have gone by, and in those 10 years you've decided, you know what, enough is enough, and you decide to move in a more entrepreneurial direction to get a platform that moves how you need it to move, it's absolutely a loss to have somebody's hand in your pocket that long. That's
Mhm.
10 years. Like he probably knew what was up 5 years ago. So, 10 years to have somebody else's hand in your pocket when it comes to you trying to expand a culture, yeah, that's a loss. So if he decided to step out and step up to get his own, I'm just not mad at that. I'm inspired by it.
All right, Jason said if you lose a sponsor, that's a loss. All right, Samson, he said he responded back by saying Harry took losses. That's why he made them start doing pay-per-views. Here's the thing, Harry. Here's the thing, Samson. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying. If you want, you can come up here. This is an open platform. You're allowed to say you're allowed to come up here if you want to debate with us. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. Just be just because Harry was paying for DNA to take battle to do certain battles, or because he was paying for certain battles to happen and everything. Yes, he's taking the loss, but just when you look at the money that's also being put out at the when Smack's counting the money at the end of it, at the end of the night, where and he's still having to pay for venues, security, camera footage, all this, that's still a loss. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay. Augustine said, look at the business side's personal relationship. They lost Norbs, K-Shine, Hitman, etc. Yeah, we gotta get the women's Wednesday. I know, Nacci. We've been shut along a little bit too long. When you own a business, the risk is in your name and your credit's at stake. Remy Ma says she down 200K. Plenty of other investments she could have made. Yeah. I'm walling. I'm walling, Thanos. All right. All right, Thanos. I see you. All right. So Nachi, she tried to nicely sit there and say she tired of this conversation. She wants to get the Women's Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had to type it in the chat. You could have just said it out loud. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shoot, sorry.
It's cool. All right. So we're gonna table the rest of this for another time, I guess. You know what I mean? Because I feel like at the end of the day, this is going to be a conversation that as fans we're always going to have it, because
Absolutely.
it always seems to come back in circulation at the end of the day, you know.
Yep.
All right, Nachi,
Yes.
I'm going to give you the ISO, if that way you can start talking about your book.
Well, you gotta ask me questions, Dave.
No, I don't. Explain the book, motherfucker.
Okay, well, I wrote a book called Growing Down: The Observation of the Masculinization of the Black American Woman. And this book came out of frustration. It came out of noticing the attack on Black femininity in America. I see a lot of us, Black women or women of a specific color, being labeled with very masculine labels that don't celebrate us being women. And what I mean by that is you'll find a lot of Black women say they're the mom and the dad. They're independent. They're strong. They don't need a man. They work and go to school, so they don't even get a chance to be at home to be moms. And whether we like to admit it or not, it does take a toll on our femininity. So I decided to write a book that talked about some of the things that I feel attack our femininity. They are also difficult conversations, I believe, to have in our community, because a lot of times we don't know how to approach difficult conversations with Black women. Black women tend to be articulate in approaching difficult conversations with subjects that don't hold them accountable. And in looking in my own mirror, I decided to have that conversation, talk out loud about it in this book, and hopefully start to generate the conversations that can get us back to a femininity we can be proud of, that doesn't involve twerking, being a bad bitch or a boss bitch or a bitch of any kind, really. And it allows us to be proud and have a elegance about ourselves that we don't have to be ashamed of, so that we don't have a global view of us as women who are just enjoy being groped and have big behinds. Like, as much as we like to think this is in America, it's a global perception.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, it's disgusting. So we need to reclaim our femininity by having these difficult conversations, so we can get through it and get a definition of what it means to be a woman that we can live by and be proud of, that has nothing to do with calling ourselves derogatory names.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote this book, and I have it's 8 chapters. And just to briefly talk about the chapters. The first chapter is called What the Devil. And um, What the Devil is explaining what it means when you look at the etymology of the word devil. And when you break that word down, the first part of devil is Devi, Devi. And when you look that up, you'll find that Devi is a male deity, and the feminine counterpart of Devi is Diva. Oh no, I'm sorry, I said that backwards. Devi is a feminine deity. The male deity counterpart is Diva. So we had a lot of women for a while going around calling themselves divas.
Okay.
Not realizing that they were calling themselves a male deity. And the feminine part of or counterpart to diva is Devi.
Okay.
You'll also know that in some cultures, when you add EL to the end of a name, you give it a godlike connotation. So Micah becomes Michael. Rafa becomes Raphael. So you're adding L, no different than with Devi. Devi becomes Devi L. So where we hear devil and think of some man with red horns and a pitchfork, it's actually a play on trying to minimize a female deity. So while we didn't look up the etymology to see where it came from, we readily accepted calling ourselves male deities and being divas. So in this chapter of What the Devil, I explain that to show just how quickly and easily we can be masculinized by just calling ourselves what we think is a pet name. Hey diva, hi diva. Yeah, that's a man. Chapter 2 is called What is a Woman? And there I try my best to have a definition of a woman that I can live by and hold myself to, that doesn't include anything cloudy in the definition. And I think it's important to do that because right now that question is very big right now. What is a woman? There are so many people who 20 years ago wouldn't have been able to argue with you about what a woman is. But, you know, thanks to fashion and lipstick, we have people who think that that's all it takes to be a woman. And it's not. People think that female and woman is the same thing. And it just isn't. You can have a female dog, you can have a female cat, you can have a female insect, but you wouldn't look at that insect or that dog or that cat and call it a woman. So I thought it was necessary to have a definition for what I felt a woman was. And that definition is the one you hear in my commercial. A woman is the most potent expression of feminine energy in the harmonic equation of the human experience.
You want me to play the ad right quick? That way they know it.
If you would like to, Dave, go for it.
A woman is the most potent expression of feminine energy in the harmonic equation of the human experience. Growing down, an observation of the masculine.
Thank you,
Hey,
Dave.
you're welcome. Sidebar. Wifey just came in here while you were talking about the book. Sorry to
Yeah.
catch you off guard. And the baby saw you, she was pointing at you. I was
Oh,
I was putting on camera. I was like, you want to be on camera? She's like, mm-mm.
hi, little hearts.
She already left.
Okay.
Go ahead, continue.
Okay. So chapter 2 was about defining a woman for myself. so that I could hold myself to a standard going forward that I felt represented me well and wasn't convoluted in other definitions.
So the book is almost like a autobiography a little bit in some spots.
Absolutely. It's my
Okay.
observation about certain experiences that relate to the chapter titles.
Okay.
So it's semi autobiographical. Some of it is observation of other women, listening
Hmm.
to their stories, seeing what they're going through. So it's not all my stories, but it is definitely things that I've either seen or engaged other people in conversation about.
So, are you using also examples from like celebrity women also in this to compare and contrast also?
Absolutely. I definitely bring up some of the more celebrities in the chapters where I talk about how music influenced the masculinization of Black women,
Okay.
especially in hip hop. We have music that will encourage calling women everything but a woman.
Hmm.
Um, and it has gone on for so long that we're starting to see the results of that mindset. When Snoop Dogg was telling us bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, we can't look up 20 years later and say, well, where in the world did Megan Thee Stallion come from?
Hmm.
So and I'm not trying to say that, it was a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just pointing out, like I said, it's an observation. And I'm
Hmm.
noticing that from all these years of such derogatory music, you have women doing what we normally do. We do what I call the word remix. We try to take things that hurt us verbally and turn it into something that we can somewhat feel good about. So
Hmm.
instead of being hurt and upset about being called out of our names, we decided to put adjectives in front of it to make it better. So
Hmm.
now we bosses and bad and bougie and all this other stuff
Hmm.
that, we weren't before. And I don't think that's necessarily a step in the right direction, because at the end of the day, one of the soft studies I did in my book was asking men and women, what do they mean when they say bitch? What does it
Hmm.
mean? And
Hmm.
women and men don't mean the same thing. So for as much as we'd like to put these adjectives in front of these derogatory terms, at the end of the day, when somebody's mad at you, it's going to mean exactly what it means. So doesn't matter what adjective you put in front of it. At the end of the day, it still means what it means. So
Right.
um, I have a chapter 3. It's called "How Much for Your Soul," and we talk about how many of our women have adopted beauty standards that don't necessarily come from their own standards, and where we may complain about having certain opportunities and finances, we don't take into account how much we spend on weave, nails, bundles, lashes, pounds of makeup, BBLs, all of these things that we do to ourselves to be what we think is feminine.
Hmm.
And it absolutely attacks our natural beauty. And it makes us feel like being natural is ugly or something,
I think
because we
also
do so
just
much
to,
to cover it up. What are you gonna say, Dave?
I, my bad. No, I see Augustine post a comment. Now I was gonna sit there. I think what, like you said, because of the being all natural is like I feel like subconsciously, especially nowadays, women feel like oh, some women feel like, oh, this is the only way I can get a man, because in modern media especially, it showed that that's what men are quote unquote attracted, what all men are quote unquote attracted to.
I bring that up in the book. I talk about how much of the current beauty standard that Black women
I
have
haven't even read the book. I said that.
is absolutely put out by Black men.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I do speak on the connection between the explosion of BBLs and the appetite of Black men in strip clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not lost on me. And I think that what we as women have to do before we start to point the finger elsewhere, we have to make sure we look in the mirror. And if we're going to set a certain standard, we have to make sure we're not letting other people set it for us. So if you don't want to be looked at as just an ass, you probably need to put it up and stop sticking it in the camera all the time on your Instagram. If you don't want to be seen as fake, maybe you should stop changing the contour and shape of your face with tons of makeup. Like there's you have to look at the obvious sometimes, and rather than being eloquent and pointing the finger somewhere else, you gotta say, what am I contributing to this problem? And that's actually what brought this book about. I wanted to look at myself to say, what is going on with me and women like me that we're experiencing this attack on who we are as women. And I don't necessarily see this in other countries. I don't see culturally baby mamas in other cultures. We as Black women in America, we're the only ones worried about if the fathers of our children are going to stick around. And that's known globally. So you say baby mama, they instantly think of a woman in America. Instantly. They're not thinking about African women. They're not thinking about Australian women. They're not thinking about European women. They're thinking about us.
Right.
Sad. So in the How Much for Your
No, I was
chapter,
just gonna say that, like you said, I was just gonna add on, like, the word baby mama really is culturally only in America. Like, you know,
facts.
that's it.
So we have to, that it's up to us to be able to change that global narrative. It's up to us to be able to make sure we are viewed in a light that represents us well.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not going to do that, we can't be mad when you have men who come over from other countries or encounter us from other countries, and they think all we want is booty and bundles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even wear weave. And you know, I have a whole troll in the Discord that thinks I wear a wig. And I'm pretty certain it's because of the color of my skin.
Mm-hmm.
However, I can't escape that.
That's not a wig. Oh, bro.
No, hell no. This is my hair.
She fell for it, y'all. She fell for it.
But it's you know what I'm saying. You understand the stereotypes.
Yeah.
There are certain expectations that people have just based on this masculinization of Black women. They assume we're all this way, or we all have some trace of being what they believe the stereotype is. So I think it's just necessary to have these conversations and talk about how much are we spending to look like somebody else. How much, you know, what do we invest in really figuring out what kind of woman we want to be? And are we going to do the research to what are we calling ourselves? Are we going to do the research to really look at what is a diva? Like when I looked up that word and got down to the etymology and realized that it was a male deity, women had license plates, keychains, necklaces. Like when you repeat certain energy, you know, people are looking to harvest your unused energy for their own good. And when you're repeating something over and over again like that, you can't help but think that it has to have an effect on you. And I definitely saw more masculinized women during that time. So I think it's necessary that we talk about this stuff.
A thought just occurred to me, right? Because like you said, you know, women investing in all this different makeups, you know, bundles, BBLs, etc., what have you. It's like, you know, because they want to present something that they feel like that any man is attracted to, right? Now, I know a lot of guys gonna probably disagree with me on this, But I feel like if they were to take that money instead and invest it into like a business or like something that generates income, you know that generates other forms of income, then they would look more they more in the long run they would look more appealing because of the fact that they can show like, okay, I can look good without having to have a lot of makeup, and then they look more, it's more presentable because they have the income for it. If you get where I'm trying to go with this.
I do, and I
I
agree
kind of
with
explained it wrong, I know.
I agree with you in being able to invest that money into something more beneficial.
That's the
Um,
word I was looking for.
one of the chapters where we talk about how much for your soul, I also talk about net worth for Black women.
Hmm.
And there was a movie that had come out. The movie is called 7 a.m.
Hmm.
And I want to say it came out maybe 2013, 2012, 2013. And in that movie, it said that the Black woman's net worth on average is $5.
Mm. Hold on, let me comment on something, or let me get your comment on this.
Five.
Augustine said women aren't judged off of income. I disagree with you, Augustine. I kind of disagree with you on that. Like, there are some women out there where if we see this all the time, where a guy will look at it, if he sees that a woman is knows that a woman is making less than what he is, 9 times out of 10, a lot of times they're gonna be like, no, I'm not finna mess with her because she needs to either be on my level or above my level. In reality, you
As
don't
much
know.
as you want that to be true, Dave, it's not for women
Mm-hmm.
to look at a man and be like, oh, he doesn't make as much as me. Yes, but for a man to look at a woman and feel like she doesn't make as much as me, what I find out, men like a woman with money, but men like a smart woman. This
Mm-hmm.
this is the curve they really care about.
Mm-hmm.
Your brain. If you can't think, you're gonna turn a man off quickly. He likes an idiot for one thing. One,
Mm-hmm.
period. So he it is. I can't fully get on board, although I am starting to see where you do have men who are what I call hobo sexual, and they like to get with women around tax time and surf the couch until they can get some tax money. So in that respect, yes. But no, a lot of men, I don't find that a lot of men care about what that's like the bonus.
Mm-hmm.
They care if she can think, because
Mm-hmm.
what I'm seeing is that a lot of men are already making money,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't want someone who's going to help them spend it all.
Mm-hmm.
They want somebody that's going to be thinking about the future, legacy. Um, how can this woman benefit me with her mind? What is she thinking about? What's on her brain? Do I want my kids to be raised by her mindset? They not. They I don't think they're as interested in how much she makes
Mm-hmm.
as they are in how she thinks.
Mm-hmm.
And if she, of course, the initial attraction is going to be how she looks, hence the BBLs, hence the bundles, hence all the makeup. So we've got to be able to transition what we believe beautiful is in our community and amongst us as women. We have to be able to see each other for who we are and not for all the bundles and makeup we can put on. We're beautiful under that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to be able to accept that so that we can make our own standards of beauty, so that we can define our own femininity, so that we don't keep letting all these other outside influences masculinize us.
I think the ladies are about to take over the chat. Salute Nicole in the building. Shout out Nicole. What's up, sweetheart? Salute. Good morning. Welcome to Waving Blaze Podcast.
Rising.
Look, she on there. Hit that like button. Y'all hear it? Y'all see it? Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Um, King, if you ask me, I know you about to ask me about something crazy. If it ain't about, we with the ladies right now. If it ain't have to do with ladies or the subject, say the question for later. We're not we passed battle rap. You missed that section. You should have been up here earlier. Go
So
ahead. Go ahead, Nacci.
four,
Continue. My bad.
chapter 4 is called Bitch Defined.
That's a crazy name for a title.
Yes. It's and what it does, it really breaks
Oh,
down what that word is.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a lot of rhetoric around this word. Some people believe it was the name of an ancient Dogon, the ancient Dogon women who read the stars at night and could see through galaxies. And then you have people who give it a modern twist, and it means a powerful woman who doesn't take any crap. And it's none of those things. It's a female dog, and it is a derogatory term that has been mostly exclusively used to describe woman or feminine attributes.
See, there you go that word exclusively.
Well,
See.
that word to me has gone through the word remix, just like the N word, and
Mm-hmm.
where the N word was taken to try to be something like a term of endearment, so it didn't have the sting of what it was originally used to attack us with. The B word is the same thing. You're taking a derogatory word and you're trying to put a spin on it so it doesn't sting so much when you hear it. Queen Latifah made a song, "Who You Calling a Bitch?" Today, everybody. It used to be, you used to want to fight when somebody called you out of your name like that. When I was growing up, that was fighting words. You were balling your fist up and getting into it. Somebody called you a bitch. Now you could hop on any Twitter space and hear girls talking about, "Oh, them my bitches. That's my bitch though. I'm hanging with my B." It's a total word remix, and it's the opposite of what it used to mean. And I think until we put that word in its proper place, we can be so many other things besides a bad bitch. You could be elegant, you could be graceful, you could be a woman of opulence. You're not going to go to Frances Cress Welsing's funeral and say, "Here lies a bad bitch."
Facts.
You're not going to go to your grandmother's funeral and say in her eulogy that she was the bougiest bitch on the block.
Right.
You're going to speak with respect. And in doing so, we shouldn't have to wait to die to get it. So we need to start speaking positively over ourselves. And as a woman, I believe it begins with putting that word in its proper context. I can think of so many other things to call women that look like me besides bitches. So there's more detail in that chapter, but that's kind of the synopsis on what's in there. The next chapter is a little touchy. So I'm going to proceed with caution. But chapter 5 is called Jesus is My Boo.
Mm-hmm.
This chapter, this chapter talks about what I have deemed as almost obsessive behavior with Black women in the church, and where I think you have a lot of women who go to church for the right reason. You also have a lot of women who they will settle for as close as they can get to God,
Mm-hmm.
meaning they'll sleep with the deacon.
Mm-hmm.
They'll wear no panties in the front row for the pastor.
Jesus.
They will meet pastor in the back of the church for church business. And it's it to me it leads women to turn an eye away from the physical man in front of them and settle for whatever they decide to say God/Jesus is. True or not?
No, that's true.
You'll have women who will come to you, "Oh, Jesus spoke to my spirit and he said to me, and I got a word." And it's like, no, you didn't.
You
You
got
didn't
something
get a
else.
word. You got gas. You
Yeah.
you didn't get a word. You I see how you live. You didn't get no word. Or you'll have women who will side eye the man in their lives for the imagination of what they believe Jesus is.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't live by what they claim to be the religion of. You don't follow the word of the Bible, but you'll use the Bible to attack a man in your life. God might have sent that man to you, but rather than work and build something physical with that man, you abandon him to go to church on Sunday and romanticize Jesus. You pervert religion.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than admit it, you want to use catchy phrases to sound like you know what you're talking about. So you go into church and all you come out with is, won't he do it? Let go and let God. Jesus take the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it just sounds like lazy religion. And if you really put the work in to be a real woman to the partner that God sent you, you might get a different response or reaction out of the man in your life if you stop chasing this imaginary man that you're calling Jesus, because you're not following the religion. You're just
Mm-hmm.
showing up to look good for other women. And I'm not saying all women, but I'm saying I've made some observations in several churches where that dynamic is the case. So I see too many women, rather than following the word, they just want to follow the man.
Mm-hmm.
What they think a man is. They want to use what they think of Jesus to attack physical, real men in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you put the energy into that man that you put into going to church and abandoning that man on Sunday, you might get a different result in your life and relationship. You might be able to build relationships that don't have to be romantic. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people tend to think that the only time they can engage a man is when it's romantic. They have no business mind. They have no intellect. So they think anytime a man speaks to them or engages them, it's on some flirty, romantic level. And it's like, if you
Mm-hmm.
were aware as a woman, you would know how to explore your emotions to be able to deal with people on different levels and not think every man wants you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's why you feel safe in the imaginings of what you think Jesus is, because Jesus is not going to talk back to you. He's not going to come knock on your door and take you on no date. You're not going to lunch with him. It's going to be whatever you make up in your mind. And until you come out of that space to experience religion in a way that is religious and
Mm-hmm.
not this made up fantasy that you romanticized, you're not going to be able to get to those things that you need to sort out in order to be confident in yourself as a woman.
You
So
got all the guys agreeing with you, which is crazy right now. They are really on your side. Dark Matter said, thought Jesus touched her, touched her shoulder, but it was fibromyalgia. I'm crying. Uh, Thanos said, a lot of the husbands ain't doing what they supposed to do at home, so women go to church to get that attention, guidance to get that attention, guidance they are seeking at home. Uh,
that is absolutely true, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Where some of these men, these husbands, they're not doing what they're supposed to do at home, sometimes because they're not getting the proper encouragement from their woman. What man wants to go do a bunch of stuff for his wife, and then, or his woman or his spouse or whatever, and then when it's all done, she's like, thank you, Jesus. Like, wait a minute, I've been out here 5 hours, I'm sweating, I stink. You, what about
I've
thanking
been
me? You know what I mean? Like,
I've been at work for 9 hours and then being live on a podcast for 4 hours. Right at 2 hours later, like, what do you mean? Thank you, Jesus. I feel
that,
look.
but you did a lot. There was a man, I remember reading a story where a man had pulled over to help this woman who had a flat tire. She didn't know how to change the tire. He pulled over, um, jacked her car up, got the four-way out, took the tire on and off for her, off and on for her. And when he was done, she goes, oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much. And listen, I'm not trying to say that's a bad thing, but thank
Mm-hmm.
that man, because guess what? Jesus might have walked him to you.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you believe in, why not be grateful and thankful to the physical person in front of you?
Right.
Like God is gonna send, you're gonna see God through other people. So for all this, people thinking they see the this white light and this beautiful face and this man with open hands and all of this stuff. No, God walks by you every day. You see God in other people. And if you can't appreciate those people, Like, what do you think God is supposed to do for you?
That's a
So
fact.
yeah, the Jesus is my boo chapter kind of explores that. Um,
Paulo says Jesus is my boo's a fire chapter. He can't lie. Uh Augustine, you remember Augustine from yesterday? He was like, I don't want to debate her points, but it's a lot to elaborate on.
it is, and please forgive me. I'm going briefly over these chapters. I there's a whole lot to unpack. These chapters are again,
No. That's right. You give him the taste test. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
gotta give him the taste test.
these chapters are topics. They're shock topics that Black women don't talk about, and that nobody holds Black women accountable for. And
Mm-hmm.
these are the things that I had to deal with myself. I was going to church every Sunday, so I'm dealing with myself. I
Mm-hmm.
thought I was a bad bitch. I'm dealing with myself. I
Mm-hmm.
had to determine for myself what is a woman. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to go out here and say, you Black women. I looked in the mirror. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So that's where this stuff is coming from. Um,
I'm
chapter 6 is
searching for
also
the
very,
girl in the mirror.
you're so crazy. Chapter
No,
6 is
hold on
also
real quick.
a
Hold on. Phil, hold on real quick. Phil, the name of chapter was it 5 that was it that you were talking about? The Jesus is my boo?
yes, chapter 5.
Jesus is my boo is chapter 5 of her book. That's literally the name of the title. That's the name. That's the title of that chapter. That's why. Jason, you want to comment on this one? Jason says men are underappreciated, not males. You want to comment on that or not?
I do want to comment on that. He's correct. You do have and when I'm saying men, I have to speak from the experience I've had, and the majority of men that I've engaged are Black men,
Mm-hmm.
and they are absolutely underappreciated. And I am making a distinction between Black men and Black males, because you have males who think because they're male, they are just automatically due a certain respect that they don't have to extend to other people. And it's just not the case. But
Mm-hmm.
because you have so many men or so many males who think like that, you end up having a lot of men who go underappreciated. So he's absolutely correct. I agree with that.
And I'm finna, y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say, but she's absolutely right. A lot of us guys out there, just to just to also confirm what she said. A lot of guys out there, we feel like just because we got we got certain genitalia down there that automatically makes us a man. It don't.
That's
It
right.
don't.
There are people going to get those sewn on every day. So it's every day.
Thanos, will you stop punching on Miss Hustle? Chill, yo, chill. Then I'm not all right,
Oh,
shut up.
I read that in the chat. Oh no. Don't move on. We are gonna move on.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah. Lee, chill, yo, chill, yo, chill.
So chapter 6 is also a very touchy subject, but I think it is a subject that needs to be addressed in the Black community, especially among women.
Mm-hmm.
This chapter is called homosexual hijacking.
Uh-oh.
And I wanted to be careful with this chapter because of the climate today
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the alphabet folks. I wanted to look at some of the factors that I think brought about what we're experiencing right now. And if you look back, and this is briefly, if you look back roughly 20, 30 years, you'll see the introduction of certain foods and chemicals into the American diet as
Mm-hmm.
health food. And that was the introduction of tofu
Mm-hmm.
or soy as a health food. People were drinking
Mm-hmm.
soy milk. Tofu is a version of soy.
Mm-hmm.
And around that time, there was also a pesticide being used on the majority of our crops here in the U.S. called atrazine.
Mm-hmm.
The connection of atrazine and soy slash tofu is that it causes hormonal changes in its environment. So in environments where this pesticide atrazine ran into lake water and river water, water that was being processed for public consumption, the animals were male fish and male frogs were developing female genitalia. They were developing female attributes, carrying babies, trying to mate with other male frogs, other male fish. And this was noticed across the board. It wasn't just like an isolated incident in some small spot on the map. It was across the board that these effects were noticed. And it wasn't until we began to see the effects of soy in men that we began to think maybe this isn't a health food, maybe we shouldn't be consuming this. What happened is that men started to develop breasts from soy consumption. Now,
hold on, you're freezing. You're freezing a little bit. Hold on, give me.
okay. Let me know when I'm
You
back.
good? You good?
Okay.
You good?
So once these men stopped taking soy, their breast went back to a normal chest. However, we aren't aware of what other hormonal changes might have gone on in the body that weren't as obvious as male breasts. So I speak on the connection of though the consumption of soy and atrazine and the climate and explosion of the alphabet community 30 years later as adults. It's a loose connection, but I think there's a connection there that considering women who were on government assistance during that time were absolutely encouraged to have soy in their diets. Their children are the adults now. So another aspect of this chapter is I bring up the trauma to parents in the alphabet community who have to accept a homosexual child, which also may indicate the end of a bloodline. And you have parents who believe the only way to deal with a child who has pledged to be homosexual is to it's just radical acceptance. Don't ask any questions, don't deal with any feelings, just make sure that they feel loved. And I think in that dynamic we forget the parents, and in forgetting the parents we don't process a parent who's looking at a daughter that she'll never be able to experience having a grandchild from, a son who will never bring her children because of sexual preference. And for a parent, those are moments that you look forward to. It's a moment you had that you can't wait to share with your children in that similar experience. And to say that you have a child who just decides I'm going to be same sex. You also have a child who says, screw your bloodline. I don't care if I stop the bloodline. I don't care that our family ends here. This is what I want to do because I'm living my truth. And sometimes to me, that's irresponsible. And you have a lot of Black women who encourage a certain irresponsibility when it comes to a cultural protection. You can't expect to be looked at as a feminine woman when the only masculine energy you get along with is homosexual energy. So You're flattered that you are hanging around somebody who you think wants to be you, not realizing that that person is actually competition and may ultimately be helping end your bloodline. So homosexual hijacking goes a little deep into certain subject matter that I feel Black women don't talk about.
Right.
We tend to have a lot of homosexual friends, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if that's the only masculine energy you get along with, you need to look in the mirror. A lot of you women are raising sons, and that matters to the legacy and bloodline of the people you come from. So I'm not gonna, I'll leave more for the book, but the next chapter is called Black Men Took the Bait.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
So I saved this chapter for last.
I'm going on mute.
I saved this chapter for last because,
matter of fact, you get the ISO for the last chapter.
well, it's kind of, it's the second to last, but it's okay. I saved this kind of like the last breakdown because, again, this book was a mostly self-reflection, mostly observational book of women, of myself, and in Black Took the Bait, I'm talking about where the mentality and ideology came from, flexing, balling, drip, all of those things derived from a certain characteristic of our communities from the 50s. Okay. The 50s, we had an explosion of a drug kind in our urban communities where we had soldiers who were coming back from war and throughout the 50s who were coming back from war with immeasurable opioid addictions.
Right.
Those addictions were not able to be supported by what was available in the United States. So they were getting basically unstepped on overseas and came here to almost dry. Okay.
Right.
In an effort to support those habits, ultimately drugs came overseas. They came in from various means, and they ended up in our community strategically. You'll have to read the book to kind of get the details of that. So I'm going kind of glossing over it a little bit. But the introduction of that life led to an explosion of economics that wasn't traditional. So where we were business owners, we had a family business, we had mom and pop shops, we had communities where we could support each other through our businesses, cleaners, bus stations, grocery stores, banks, hospitals. We had a community that relied on each other. We had an economic stimulus that saw a lot of our men getting access to huge sums of money at the time quickly and without the patience of a family business. So ultimately you started to see an explosion of gambling houses, speakeasies, or bootleg liquor spots,
right,
places where people could go and have a nightlife. Okay, so this explosion in the urban communities with these funds from drug sales that support habits that some of our soldiers came home with.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up leading to many of our men finding a life outside of home. So rather than go to work every day for the man or working hard for whatever they're doing to get their funds, it was
Real
just
quick,
sell drugs.
interaction, partner
Hmm.
interruption. Ooh, that sounded sounded a little bit, a little bit too crazy. I said interruption. I said interruption. It just sounded a little differently. It was definitely interruption because I know they about to kill me in like 5 seconds when they hear I almost messed that up.
Right.
Jason says, "Where this book? I'm buying one. She's all right with me." Jason, if you go in the description box, I have the link to her website where you can buy the book. It is currently $22.
Yes, it'll be going on sale after the podcast. I'm gonna have my team update the site. You'll be able to get it for $19.99.
Ooh,
And I believe shipping is $5. So
$4.
thinking about doing free shipping too. So we'll see.
Okay. Y'all hear that? You know what I'm saying? Also, if you want to, support Miss Nacci, her Cash App is hashtag. Matter of fact, we're gonna put it here. If you want to send Miss Nacci some love, you know what I'm saying? Here's her Cash App. Though, if you really want to show her some love, go buy her book. Again, she giving y'all she bring it down to $19.99. You know what I'm saying? That's $5 off. You know what I'm saying? Pay that $20. Pay that $20. Y'all can buy $20 for greenery. Y'all can buy $20 for a book. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not buying it for yourself, you might have you buy for your mom, your sister,
Yeah.
your auntie, anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Well, go ahead, continue. My bad.
So, so in seeing how drugs and drug sales impacted urban communities, you begin to have an explosion of some of the things that we see carried on through today. You you end up seeing things like baby mamas, side chicks.
There is not a digital version yet, Phil. I
Not
don't think.
yet. It's
Not
coming.
yet.
And these things led to some of the feelings that were felt in the 90s by some of the feminine energies at the time who suggested that you had Black women who turned their backs on the Black family for white woman's feminism.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing that, I, as a Black woman, carried a lot of guilt for a long time that I felt like I had to make up for turning my back on the Black man, even though I wasn't even a woman at the time. I probably wasn't here when she was talking about this stuff, but when I researched it, like, what would make a woman turn her back on her family to go off with a woman who isn't culturally supportive of her?
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out there were so many Black men who got caught up in selling drugs for fast money,
Mm-hmm.
who liked the lifestyle of financial freedom, that they started to attract elements that made it difficult for the traditional businesses to survive. So where you have the mom and pop stores, they're now getting broken into by the fiends who are strung out on the drugs that the next door gambling house is selling them. So having a traditional business didn't pan out as well as being the drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
And you come up through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. By the time the 70s comes, you have Black exploitation films who glorify stereotypes of what Black life is like. And it tells stories that don't shed us in the best light. And it
Mm-hmm.
makes it seem as though all our men did was sell drugs and pimp women and cuss us out and talk crazy to us.
Mm-hmm.
And although those incidents have come from a real place, because it is exploited in such a way, it makes it seem that that's all we are.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say black men took the bait, I'm saying that black men were caught up in really between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, they were killing you when they first heard the title of the chapter. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was looking at it. They're like, she set us up for the haymaker.
No, they were the thing is
No, no,
that,
no, no. It was all jokes, but because this is the way you said it.
well, at the time of like the 70s, 60s, and 50s and things like that, black men were not making the income that white men were making.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to put it in context when you have so many black men who turn to drugs as a means of income. You have to understand their back was against the wall. They're going to work the same job, standing next to a guy who's getting paid twice what he's getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a way to be like, wait a minute, I could sell this little white stuff and or brown stuff or whatever your color your stuff is, and I can make this kind of money. So they absolutely took the bait.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, where you have black men that say, she turned our back on us for government cheese. She stopped supporting the black man to go get on WIC and welfare.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand that initially the woman decided to do that because of what, and I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of women decided to do that because of what drugs had done to her family and her man. Her
Yeah,
man
she had to.
wasn't coming home no
She
more. He got
had to
another
go.
family at the gambling house. He's selling heroin now. He's like riding down the street, letting bags of singles go out the window. All the neighborhood love him. They don't care he
Mm-hmm.
cheating on you. They don't care
Mm-hmm.
I got a whole family at home.
Uh-huh.
So
Keep go,
they
go
made
keep it.
it
No,
look,
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Cook.
they,
She
they
cooking.
made it very enticing to do what is considered illegal by selling drugs in order to be able to sustain a family. But what
Mm-hmm.
happened is that you didn't have the woman you chose to be a wife. That wasn't the same woman that was in the gambling house with you. That's not the same woman that was in the speakeasy drinking the hooch with you. So you ended up with a whole nother family. And women who were tired of chasing their men back home out of the streets had to find a means to be able to take care of the families they were left holding while men were pimping, selling drugs, trying to turn them out on drugs, trying to turn them into prostitutes. They had to find a means to take care of these homes. And unfortunately, the government saw a sick loophole and decided to mimic what the Black Panthers were doing on a international level, or I'm sorry, on a national level. And they decided to be the Black Panthers as a government, hence WIC. So what we need to understand about that is that when we talk about the masculinization of Black women, we have to respect the circumstances that pushed her into some of what we're seeing today. When Black men left their families and walked out of their homes into the streets, which is still going on right now, to sell drugs and to be a part of that street life that has a hold on Black men to this day. We as women had to find a way to manage our homes. And it absolutely masculinized us because although we didn't know how to be a dad, we had to be able to provide some masculine energy to the children we were left to raise and the homes we were left to manage. So in understanding that you do have some masculine women, maybe a little women who are just way too masculine, also understand that she didn't always get there by herself.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes some of those women need is a man that will understand how to, what my father used to say, keep her soft. You as a man have that responsibility. You don't want your woman to be this stereotypical ride or die chick. You want her to ride and live with you. You don't want her to look forward to riding and dying with you because that means that you are introducing her to something detrimental to her life. You want to keep her soft. You want to be able to come home to a soft place. You got to bring flowers home. You can't come home to my baby, load up. We got to get thou wow, sweaty. And you can't do that to your woman and expect her to be soft. You have to be able to own up to the parts that you've contributed to her masculinity so that you can help her get back to the femininity that you want to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So and the chapter goes deeper into some other things as well, but the final chapter is called "But Why Though?"
Hold on real quick. I want to add one.
Okay.
So, because I think, like, I just want to comment what you said. Because, like, and I agree with you what you said. Like, at the end of the day, guys, you can't sit there and want the woman to want to come home and have her rub your feet 1 minute, but then the next minute you talking about, hey babe, can you go? Can you go? We got to go beat up on this XYZ right quick, or can you toss this baggie over there right quick for me? Like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Or
Like,
hide this for me. You know how many women are in jail because they tried to ride or die for a man and got caught with the work while he out here with the next chick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have to, men have to learn how to encourage the behavior they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And talking to a woman, asserting your authority over her is not the way to do it. I'm a man. You got to talk to me like this. And you can't talk to a man this way. And it's like, well, you can't talk to a woman that way. Like, we both have languages and we both need to learn how to speak them if we're going to engage each other. So men have to learn how to keep her soft. So I'm not trying to say that men are the reason behind, a lot of the things that I talk about in the book, but I do want to highlight that, men, we can't do this without you. We have a femininity to claim as Black women. We have a standard to set for ourselves, and we absolutely need you to do that. You're our counterpart. You're our partner. God made you for us. And we need your help in order to feel beautiful in our own skin. We don't only want to be praised when it's a ton of makeup on our faces, or when our asses are bigger than expected genetically, or when we have a bundle of weave hanging down our behinds because we want to look like something we're not.
Or when we got our baby hairs all nice and fresh out.
Yeah, we cute when our baby hairs ain't laid down, but it takes a certain
I think what it is, especially in the Black community period, like, the concept of, being the man of the house. Just to piggyback on what you said, like, guys think they can, just because they the man of the house, they can say anything to women, to their wives. It's like, no, there's a difference between being the man of the house and being a dictator. You're not supposed to be the dictator of the house. Yes, you're supposed to be the man of the house, where you're taking care of what you're supposed to take care of. Like, if y'all's relationship where the woman's at home, stays at home, and you provide her, yes, then you're supposed to be the one that's, bringing the money in, making sure that, the money's there for everybody to do X, Y, and Z. That's what you're supposed to do. It's not, hey, I make all the money, you gonna do what I do what I want, what I tell you to. You know what I'm saying?
I want to make sure that I respect the fact that men, there is something called man language, and there are a lot of women who do not speak it. And it's because many times it's because there's no male energy. Grandma raised mama, who raised daughter, who's raising granddaughter. Like, there's no grandpa, uncle, big bro. That energy just isn't there in a way that a woman can observe how to engage a man. You're not going to engage a man the way that you would engage a woman. You're not going to walk up to a man like, hey boy, how you doing? What you doing today? Like, you're not going up to a man like that. You have to have man language. At the same time, you have men who were raised by women in single women, single family households where they, you got guys who have a bunch of sisters, girl cousins, aunties, and they in turn think, oh, I've got several thousand sisters. I know women backwards and forwards.
No, you
And
don't. Every woman is different at the end of the day.
not only that, but you're not going to engage the woman that you lay down with in the bed the same way that you engage your auntie or your sister or your mom. That the woman you sleep with knows you in a way none of those other women ever will. And just like that woman has to know how to speak to you, how to engage you, you absolutely have to know how to engage her. You can't yell at her to respect you and think that's going to result in a softer woman. She's going to respond to the increase in your voice, and she's going to pull away from you, whether consciously or subconsciously, because ideally you've communicated to her that I will sleep with you, I will be intimate with you, I will lay with you, and I will scream at you too. And on a subconscious level, that settles into her psyche differently. And it builds up a resentment that may show up in unnecessary arguments, silly fights. You have to be able to know how to communicate and talk with each other. And in order for, I think, Black women to be able to reclaim their femininity, we need the support of Black men to do that. And we need to know that Black men are okay with being treated like gentlemen so that we can be safe being ladies.
Right.
Otherwise, all you're going to get is niggas and bad bitches. That's it. That's all that's left.
All right. So I got two comments for you, right?
Yes.
Dark Matter and Battle Rap ask, do you think women who battle rap are being too masculine?
No. I say that because let me clarify. There are absolutely very masculine battle rap females. Absolutely. Me personally, I tend to gravitate towards female battle rappers who are not masculinely aggressive. So I think that battle rap, because it is an aggressive sport, it tends to attract those personalities. But the same could be said for women who rap, period. That didn't change until recently. So it used to be back when I was doing my thing in the 1900s. Okay. I was the sore thumb in the room because I was the female that rapped, but I looked like a woman. I looked like a female. Like I was considered, I don't know if I could say this on your show, but I was considered fuckable. So, guys looked at me and they looked like, oh man, she hot. Oh, you rap?
Oh, you was in your Trina bag. Okay, I see you.
But that dynamic didn't change until recently. With the introductions of the Nicki Minaj era. Once Nicki Minaj caught on from Lil' Kim, hey, I looking like a woman can make me sell. I don't have to throw on a baggy jersey and oversized jeans with a hat to the side. I can look like a woman, spit, and sell. So Nicki Minaj has like all these.
But I feel like now I feel like women like Trina and Eve also kind of paved the way for that, respectfully.
Trina and Eve, again, Trina, Eve, Lil' Kim, they were literally all there was. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't until you got Nicki out there like, no, I'm shutting the game down from everyone, that you have this explosion of feminine looking women in rap. So even when they saw Eve, it didn't have an explosion. They saw Lil' Kim, no explosion. They saw Trina, no explosion. It wasn't until Nicki Minaj said, I'm going to take over this whole thing.
Phil, yeah, Foxy also. Yeah, Foxy
Yeah,
fits it in.
Foxy too. But and now you see all these other women who are comfortable in rap. Now the problem with that is
Uh-oh.
that the women that we see now in rap are not the lyricists they were back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
The total opposite is true in battle rap. So where you have the secular side of women who are they look good, but they bars is trash. On the battle rap side, you have women who are coming in who are gorgeous and they got bars. So I'm liking seeing more feminine women coming into battle rap. I'm not fond of the women who come in who are, you know, full of gun bars and extra masculine and aggressive. They basically sound like men
Mm-hmm.
rapping. I like feminine energy in a rap. I like 40 bars. Like she oozes femininity to me in her raps.
You about to have Thanos in the comment section for like 5 minutes now, because Thanos is a huge fan of 40 bars. Watch.
Oh, I'm a big fan. 40 knows this. She knows I'm a fan. So she, you know, I'm a big fan of her style of how she raps. She's ultra feminine. She's not making gestures in her rounds like a man. You know, man, I got this swammy, I got this sig. You know, they act like, you know, they holding up a ton of guns. I'm sorry. Well, they acting like they holding up a ton of something. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when it's time for a woman to rap, she sounds like him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not to me, I don't particularly care for that brand. Like when I don't know when you listen to my little round, I tried to sound like myself, like feminine. I didn't want to sound like I was imitating some guy. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, you guys are nuts in the
They are. They
comments.
are.
Y'all are going crazy. But
Look,
yeah,
told you. Look,
I'm
I
not
told you. What I tell you about Thanos?
but yeah, I'm not. I think that a lot of the battle rap women do come off masculine sometimes, but again, this is initially a man's sport, and
Mm-hmm.
they were the leaders of the school at the time. So taking their cues from men, I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do think that we are in a prime position to be able to see women introduce femininity into battle rap in a way that can be respected, to where you don't have to have this male aggression to be considered fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think men have the monopoly on anger and aggression.
Let's go here for a second, since like you said, bringing the feminine energy, right, and everything. With all due respect, we're gonna try to keep this as respectful as possible, right? What
Yes.
about what are your thoughts and opinions on Yoshi G as a battle rapper?
I like Yoshi.
Okay.
I think I'm not a fan of the
Thought bars.
overtly sexual acts.
Mm-hmm.
Like just and I need to be careful with this because frankly, I think Thought Bars is genius. Frankly, like it's never anything I would do. Okay,
No.
it's just not my style. But Yoshi, Yoshi definitely interjected something into battle rap that put more of the feminine sauce in there. I
Mm-hmm.
hate that it had to come through being a thought, but the originality of it, I respect.
Okay.
And I think as she's been able, I think she's been in the game like what, 5, 6 years?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
I think she's definitely grown.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's absolutely not the same Yoshi that she was uh 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Some
So
one
her
person say
growth,
Yoshi is Trina. Another person say Yoshi is Meg the Stallion. I'm crying.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from her artistry. I think she's
Right.
working what she got, and she's working it, to me, better than anyone else who's tried to do the thought bar thing. It worked for her. So
I think with
kudos
her
to-
is because she's just more. It looking just because of, and this is gonna sound fucked up, because of the way she dresses and the way she presents herself. It makes it look. She makes it look original. Like a lot of
Yo,
people like when.
this is what Yoshi did.
Mm,
Where other women carried shame, Yoshi carried a badge of honor.
mhm.
Where other women are like, don't talk about us intimately and don't speak under my clothes and don't tell nobody what I did to you. Yoshi like, yep, I did it on camera with everybody for you to get out. Like, she owned it.
Right.
And in her owning it, it left a lot of other women feeling uncomfortable because they didn't know how to own doing the same things. So where she's like, yeah, I slept with this person, I did this, I was trying to get on, I only do top tiers. You got other women out there doing exactly the same thing, and they're not willing to speak as openly about it as she is. So
Mhm.
that's what separated her. And although that was a huge risk to take as a woman, kudos to her. She's I think she's definitely grown from where she started in the thought
Mhm.
process. So no, I like Yoshi, and Yoshi knows that. Like, I'm definitely communicate with her on Twitter, so she knows I'm a fan.
Hey, Yoshi, if you ever watch this live, cop the book. I'm saying, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also, I'm saying, Yoshi, shout out to you.
Yeah, yes, go get the book at FibonacciBrown.com.
Facts. All right, last chapter. I'm sorry, I put an interruption.
So the last chapter is called "But Why Though," and
Okay.
that just it's basically a synopsis of trying to give some understanding or reasoning to why I think we are in the predicaments that are discussed in the previous chapter. So the thought process, I'm crying.
No, that's what you said. You said the thought process. It was a. I would have pointed out. I was like, I'm gonna let her. I
I
don't think she
know.
really. I don't even think she realized she said it.
Right. Anywho, I'm basically going over each chapter to kind of give why I think certain things are going the way they're going and what I think we need to do about them. What should we
Mhm.
do about us calling each other divas and the understanding of diva and Devi and what that means as far as the energy we speak over ourselves? What should we do about what is a woman? We are being attacked right now as far as what a woman is. You have a lot of people in certain communities who think they can come tell born women what a woman is, and
Mhm.
they think that because of how they feel that they can change the definition. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, the definition of a woman is going to be the most potent expression of feminine energy in the harmonic equation of the human experience.
I see
The
what you did
most
there.
potent expression of feminine energy in the harmonic equation of the human experience. If you are not the most potent of feminine energies, this does not apply.
Mhm.
If you are not contributing to the harmony of the human experience, this does not apply.
Mhm.
So, if you understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to give a definition that is exclusive to women, women, not a prefix woman, not a what you want to call it woman, not a special woman, women,
Mhm.
the most potent expression of feminine energy in the harmonic equation of the human experience. Harmony,
Mhm.
harmonic equation of the human experience. That's a woman. So I'm going
Mhm.
over those things. I'm talking about what we can do about spending so much money in an industry that doesn't give back to us, spending on lashes, spending on makeup, spending on BBL, spending on bundles. I'm talking about what we can do about having this mindset that Jesus is my boo. If Jesus, if that's what you think, make sure you include that man.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you understand that he's a child of the Most High too, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't get to dismiss him because you go to church.
Right.
The homosexual hijacking. It's important that we make sure we take into account the parents who have to basically have a silent funeral for their bloodlines because of
Mm-hmm.
a child deciding that they want to be in same-sex relationships for the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's talking about some solutions that we can have to our Black men taking the bait.
Mm-hmm.
There's some interesting information in that chapter too, for my men, about child support, about how the child support system is being used as a weapon.
Uh-oh.
Um, so there's some discussion in there about that as well. And we talk about, or I talk about how we can, as women, correct some of the wrongs that we've
Mm-hmm.
made to some of these men through government assistance.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is the first volume of this book. I do plan to do additional volumes and observations because, again, I want to have these conversations. I want to be able to talk about difficult subject matter so that we as
Mm-hmm.
women can say that we addressed ourselves before somebody else has to come and do it.
Have you
Because
have you started working on the second chapter yet or no?
the second book, the second
Yeah.
volume.
Yeah,
Oh,
second volume. Sorry.
I'm talking about the War on the Womb.
Mm.
Dr. Phil Valentine did a book. I want to say it's got like 700 pages talking about the war on the female womb.
Mm.
And first of all, Dr. Phil Valentine, I call him Baba. He's like a dad. He's like a father. I have learned so much from this man. And just he used to do videos and conscious lectures 10, 11 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
Like this man was just a wealth of knowledge. But he talked many years ago about this. But there's actually a war on the Black woman's womb. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
women are being encouraged to get hysterectomies to correct ailments that don't necessarily need a hysterectomy. You have fibroids that can be dealt with. You don't necessarily need to get rid of your whole womb to
Mm-hmm.
deal with that. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, that's another way to masculinize our women by taking away their ability to do what only women can do, and that's produce humans.
Mm-hmm.
So I have absolutely started on the second volume, and I want to keep the conversation going because I want to make sure we as Black women are self-reflecting and self-correcting. I don't want somebody else to have to come and correct us. I don't want other countries and other cultures to take their stereotypes and put it on us as if we have to live up to the stereotype. We don't. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
Black woman. I don't have to wear weave. I don't have to. It's just I don't have to. We aren't born with weave attached to us.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
a
a
Black
black man.
woman.
I'm a black man. I don't gotta wear a wig. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
don't
can just
got to
look.
wear no toupee, Dave.
That's a
Bumpuna.
fact.
But I absolutely want to keep the conversation going. If anybody would like to donate to the research for the future volumes of Growing Down, the Cash App is $Fibonacci Brown. And again, you can get my book at FibonacciBrown.com. I am looking forward to feedback from this discussion. I also do roundtables where we can have open discussion so that I can get input for my books going forward. So I
Would you want to do those on Sundays? Because you on Sundays on here?
Sure.
Okay. I'll show you how to use StreamYard.
No, I'm not gonna do that on Sundays. No, Dave.
Oh,
That's your day off. That's your only day off. No.
I know. No. I'm gonna show you how to use StreamYard. You'll come up here and do your own self.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. I'm saying you can't
Okay.
do it. You need a day off. But yeah, if you'll show me, yes.
That's
But
right.
yeah,
Don't
so this
leave.
is the first book. This is the first installment. I'm excited about this book because it definitely allowed me to be vulnerable and share things with the world about how I think, how I see certain things. And I also want to make sure that I say this about this book. I am open to education. I'm open to have my mind raised. These are my thoughts as they are right now. I'm entitled to change. I'm entitled to grow. And I'm not going to guarantee that everything I observed and felt in this book, I'm going to have the same opinions about in 10 years or even in 5 years. I'm making an observation, and I want to have the discussion. I feel like Black women are hurting, and rather than deal with it, we find cute ways to give our issues names so that we don't have to face them and correct them. We don't get to hide everything under I'm doing me. We don't get to hide everything under I'm living my truth. Your truth does not mean it has to be respected by everyone else. Your truth does not mean that it has to be respected by everyone else. There are murderers who live truths every day. I don't got to respect that. So telling somebody I'm living my truth, really sometimes it sounds like an excuse
Sounds
for
like a
bad
mask.
behavior.
Yep, it's a mask. It's to mask bad behavior at the end of the day.
Yes. And in order to be able to fix that behavior, we have to take the cute titles out of it. We have to, I'm out here and I'm doing me. I was doing me. Well, doing me doesn't mean screwing a bunch of people unprotected. It doesn't mean giving yourself away recklessly. We have to be responsible enough to check ourselves first. This is exactly why I didn't write a book bashing men. I didn't write a book that talked about men like you men do this to women, and you made women feel this way, and women are doing this because the reason I didn't do that is because, for one, I'm not a man. I think a man is going to take that conversation coming better from another man. And if he does have to have that conversation with a woman, it should be his woman. But as a woman, I wanted to share and talk with other women about what my observation was, what I see, provoke them to think. I want them to provoke me to think. And I want to come up with some solutions that are outside the box of bad bitches, thoughts, and being bougie. I want us to have other titles to call ourselves. I don't know if you hear me when I talk to other women. I know sometimes when we're in the Discord and we have women who come in, I am immediately friendly. And I openly admit that because I feel like a lot of Black women think there's a weakness in being friendly to other women. I make it a habit to call other women beautiful as a pet name. So when I'm speaking to other women, a lot of times I'm like, how you doing, beautiful? Hey, beautiful. I will speak that because I'm uncomfortable calling you a bitch. I'm just uncomfortable. I don't feel right. So I try to create a language and a standard of speaking to other women and engaging other women. That doesn't mean I have to side eye you. I don't have to look at you like competition or a problem because you're another woman. You should feel welcome by me. You shouldn't feel like you need to keep an eye on me because I'm a woman.
Right.
So I try to and I don't care who the woman is. You know, I don't care if she's a thought. I don't care if she's vice president.
Jason said he just bought the book. My bad for interruption. And he wants to he said he wants you to sign the book.
You got it. I will absolutely do that. But yeah, I want women to be able to feel confident in the company of other women without having to automatically be on edge, especially in this battle rap community. A lot of women are on edge. You know, a lot of women like to they like to be in conversation, they like to gossip and talk, and sometimes the topics can go so far that people start to just say things that just sound ridiculous. They got ops now, they got haters now, stuff they didn't have before, now they got because they in gossip conversation. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want a woman looking at me off bail like ops. I don't want a
Mm-hmm.
woman looking at me off bail like a hater or a problem. You
Right.
know, you when other people can be your cheerleaders because of how you made them feel when you engage them, that's an awesome business card. So
Right.
I try to make sure that I engage women a certain way so that they feel comfortable around me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that this book will allow women to read and have that difficult conversation with themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately be able to talk about these things with other women so that we can work towards getting that definition as a standard,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can work towards eliminating stereotypes that have a global perception of us that just isn't true. It just isn't. So I'm hoping to change that. This one step I'm hoping will reclaim our femininity, eliminate the masculinity,
Mm-hmm.
allow us to be better women to our community, to our male counterparts, and to ourselves.
Right. All right. So, because you got a day out, so you ain't got nothing to do today. We- We're gonna go here. Anybody in the comment section, would y'all like to come
What's
up?
up, Dave?
What's up, 2-1? What's good? I know I'm keeping you're keeping your wife from right for you. My
He
apologies. I'm
said you're
saying.
good. He's waving. He's like, just go ahead. You're good.
All right, so I got one more thing I want to do, but before we get to that, we're gonna do this. If there's anybody in the comment section that wants to come up and talk to Miss Nacci for a little bit, I'm dropping the invite right now. If y'all want to come up here talk, if y'all want to share with her y'all personal comments with it, there is a StreamYard link. Y'all more than welcome to pull up. You know what I'm saying? While we're doing that, here come King. Go ahead, King. Hit that StreamYard link.
EBL King, let's go.
It's a fact.
I'm scrolling
Again,
up through the comments. I'm crying.
bruh, the fellas been laughing all day. I'm not gonna lie, it has been hard trying to keep a serious face. That's why sometimes I don't even read the comments. I'm like, nah, I can't even keep a serious face not right now messing with these guys, messing with these dudes. While we waiting on King, we gonna go to this. It's only gonna take a minute and 33 seconds. Right.
All
We're gonna
right.
go to this right quick. Hee hee. Miss Nacci did the lemon pepper freestyle challenge. We're gonna listen to it right quick, y'all.
The lemon pepper freestyle challenge. My hair was so much shorter. Let's see what it do. What can you learn from a MC in her 40s? I done did my 20s twice, and I'm still here to tell the stories. I was born in the 1900s. I really am every woman. Predicted some of you coming back then. They call it assumptions. Now it's proven mama's cooking Kwame chicken, lemon pepper. Auntie with them jewels when you're ready to get it together. When you run out of road, create a lane to be in. Now put on your blinker. Natural move of a thinker, but slow down. I don't want to overload. They already thinking I'm old, but I know wisdom is gold. That's alchemy, step mastery. Off Riesling, homegrown, always in season like sea salt, finger licking. And I ain't talking about the chicken, this thinking I'm spitting. Got you Al Verner drinking, no Mickey. But you will take the hickey and some kisses. Can't tightrope that close to dope and not get addicted, yeah. Breathe a little bit, yeah. My Fibonacci sequence, hopscotching in the mix. That's turmeric in your grits. That's kush you can sip. That's me with a spit. You won't forget the shit I'm on. Like, come on. I'm a unicorn, yeah. You want me to keep going when I'm going? I'm like, nah, I ain't got time to be reporting you for stalking. I'm being funny, but with my money, I ain't knowledge without wealth. I ain't lying to myself. Something like that. All right, y'all.
And then she hit you with a smile at the end. I see you, Notch. I see what you doing there. I see.
And just for a shameless plug, the shirt I'm wearing is called girthworks.com. That's my husband's company. And
Okay.
a variety of products over there, from eczema creams to safe pleasuring lotion. So
Girthworks is crazy.
facts. It's awesome company. You guys go check that out.
I meant the name. Salute 702. You done missed the whole segment,
Morning,
dog. You done missed the whole show. You catching the playback though, you know what I'm saying? All right, Nachi.
Yes.
Look, see, I told you they was gonna get uh
Top of the morning. Hey. I'm
you know
seeing
what? We're gonna do this. Salute to my boy 2-1.
Let me grab my charger. Give me 1 second, Dave.
Okay, now it makes sense. It's just the name is wild. Here we go, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the website. That way they get a little bit of understanding. There it is. So it's getting increased results through herbal works. That's what the that's why it's called that. There you go.
Yes. Getting increased results through herbs works. Girth works.
Mm-hmm. So they got different products. You got essential oil, shea butter, muscle and joint relief, gentlemen's. Yeah, we're not talking about that. There is the there's the prices, all of that. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? I'm gonna put the link if y'all want to go try. If y'all want to go buy, go cop something. We're gonna put the link in the description box. Let's go here.
What was I looking for?
All right, Notch. Anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I give you guys a look into some of the future projects that I have going on. In addition to being a author
Mm-hmm.
for Growing Down, I am also a music artist under the same name, Fibonacci Brown. I am one half of the project Scription. We have a Scription Volume 1, and we are currently working on Scription Volume 2 to be released this summer. I also have a clothing line coming soon. The clothing line is called Nina Nacci Mathematics. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like the tag from one of my clothes.
Okay.
But here, I don't know if you can see this. I got on pajama bottoms, so I ain't gonna stand all the way up. But this shirt is one of the designs,
Mm-hmm.
and it's clothing geared toward women in STEAMs, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a clothing line that centers around encouraging them to do well in those subjects. So all of the designs are encouraged by feminine energies in those arts. So the shirt I'm wearing right now is called Encryption. It's a woman with an afro with glasses on that says encryption, and that speaks to, of course, the tech side. We have to encrypt things sometimes in order to keep them safe. So
Phil says Jesus is my boo should be on a shirt.
I'm crying.
They don't remember no other chapter name but that
But
one.
that one, if that's what makes people go get the book, by all means.
They want to pay $22 for one. Ooh, for one chapter. Hey, that's money in the bank. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, they
So
all
yes, I've
agree.
got an album coming out. I've got a clothing line on the way. I have this book in the works. We've also got my husband's company that you just saw. So we got a lot of things going on, and we are excited for what's
Hmm.
to come this summer. So that's all I got. And of course, everything that's going on in my extended family of EBL, I'm definitely helping in with hands over there. So
That's a
anything
fact.
you guys need. We got a battle coming up on February 12th, which is going to be the F Love card. We
Let me
also
go ahead
got
and
another
post it
battle
again
coming
right
up
quick.
on March 16th, which is our 2-on-2. That's shaping up really nicely. So those are the things that I'm going to be involved in and focused on.
There's the card again. Miss Petty versus Coat the Go.
You got to
Coat
show
the
my card. My card, you
Goat.
no, See,
Oh,
you need my card, Dave. My card is cuter.
uh, which one
I'm,
was yours? I think
I'm
I
about
got
to
that one.
go. I'm about to go put it in the chat. It was in there yesterday.
You done made like y'all done made like 50, 11 cards. I don't know what to
No,
use at this point.
Brill's made 5011 cards. I made one card, and my card is cuter. No,
Oh.
no shade to Brill's, but yeah. So I make
Anyways,
cards on the side.
Miss Petty versus Coat the Goat. Neptune versus SK. Miss Valenciaga versus Art. Y'all heard Art. He was up here earlier. You know what I'm saying? And then apparently Cash versus Miss Vicious was just added to this card. So and as my boy King is in the chat promoting, you know what I'm saying? The first 2v2 card, first time on audio. Y'all gonna hear the love, XYZ. Nacci, you still there? Oh,
I'm here. My phone was doing something crazy when I went to go look for that card. I'll
yeah.
send it to you so that we can put it on for the future, though. But
Okay.
I put it in Discord.
King late. I already said Miss Vicious. King be late.
Is he coming up or no? Is anybody asking me questions or what we doing?
Nope, ain't nobody ask you questions. I
Okay, I'm
guess
gonna put all my little book stuff up then.
that's a fact. All right, Notch. I think we've reached the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, not
Yes.
look at King. Look at King.
Oh, thank you.
Look at him. Look at him. Relax, boy. All right, y'all. Nachi, you know what to do. Let me give you the ISO. You know what to do. Never mind. Never mind. This food wants to pull up at the end. When I say I'm about to end it, he wants to pull up.
King.
How you gonna pull up when I say I'm about to end it?
Oh, what up,
Kind of.
everybody? Salute. I had to get my breakfast ready. I got my Captain Blunts with my
I'm crying.
my,
Great
I got my
rising, King.
Had a whole podcast episode where it was great, and here come King up at the end of it, just like, nope.
my bad. Yo, it was awesome. I loved it. Yo, great show, Nachi. Super dope information. Yo, that
Thank
book is
you.
dope. Make sure y'all all buy the book, man. Salute to y'all that already purchased it. Let's
Yes.
go. It's
Yes.
fire,
Thank you
man.
to
Let's
everyone who
go.
already made purchases. I totally appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Show the love, spread love, show love, get love. Y'all know the vibes, man. Salute.
Yeah.
Another thing I just wanted to say, damn, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, 2v2 card, yo, is going down March 16th. Make sure y'all be on point for that. Like, yo, we've done it before in the Discord. I'm trying to tell y'all probably thinking like a 2v2 on audio. How they gonna do that? Trust me, man. It's EBL. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter. We gonna make
It
it pop
don't
for y'all.
matter.
Yeah, we gonna make it pop for y'all. It's gonna be fire. Um, and we're gonna take it from there, man. If anybody's interested in donating on the for the pot, you know the pot is for the winner of the 2v2.
And those
Go ahead and
donations can start right now. You don't have
yeah,
to
you
wait
can
till day
start
of.
right now. You know what I'm saying? You can send them to Dave, and Dave will hold it down for the day of the event. Go ahead and send it to his Cash App, whatever it is. But just make sure you write on the subject because we don't want to get it confused with Dave's donations for the show and the donations for the battle. So please write on the subject
Shoot,
for battle or whatever it is. If you
Yes.
donations for
donate
the
for the battle.
show. Ain't no donations for the show.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, soon, we start
No,
somewhere.
I know.
People
I'm
showing love.
talking. I'm just talking mess. I'm just talking mess.
But yo, yeah, salute to
But no,
everybody.
but see, that's the thing. Like, even if I got donations for the show, it would just go back in the
Yeah,
show
yeah,
like
you know
normal.
how it goes. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Everything just goes back to EVR anyway. But salute to that. Shit. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Yo, Nachi, dope show, dope show. I hope we get a Nachi Sunday show.
Yay.
You ain't she ain't see the comment I put in the comment when she agreed to it. I already got the title for it already. I just got to get it.
Dave
Listen,
sets me up all the
I
time.
got a question for the people. Would you guys like to see some interviews? We got some, we plugged in, so we can start bringing y'all exclusive interviews and shit with certain artists that y'all want to talk to. Real interviews, not nothing messy. I'm not trying to dig into people's lives. We're just trying to bring y'all interviews about what they doing in battle rap. That's it. So anybody interested in any interviews, just let us know who y'all would like to see, and we'll get it going for you guys. All right.
That sounds
Um,
good.
yeah.
Okay, Phil said I think Phil said he's willing to pull up with you on Sundays, Nacci. So I guess Phil will be part of the round table. You know what I'm saying with you.
Okay.
Yo, that's fire. Yo, listen. Also, other people that been rocking with us since day one. Y'all know who y'all is, man. It's a lot of y'all that been that have talent and started y'all shows and kind of like moved away from y'all shows or whatever for any reason. Um, we also looking for talent as well as people to join our staff and media crew. So if y'all interested in that, man, hit me up, hit Dave up, Nacci, one of us, and we'll get you aboard and we'll see where you fit. And we'll, give you a shot. It
Mm-hmm.
is what it is.
Yay.
All right. Anything else, King? You want to say before I guess we sign out?
No, that's it, man. Yo, dope shit, Dave. You the man. I'm a fan now. Let's go.
Appreciate you.
Hey, yo, Dave, what the titties? That sweater look familiar. That's why I was like, wait a minute, I got the same
You
polo
seen it
hoodie.
in a bad dream?
No, I got the same polo hoodie every time. Every time I wear that shit, they call me Freddy Cougar. Every time I wear that
Right.
sweater, bro. They be like, yo, Freddy. I be like, oh man, you
They be
already
like,
know
bump
polo.
y'all. It's the drip.
Yeah, yeah, you know the vibes. Let's
That's
go.
right, Dave. Talk your
You
shit,
see
Dave.
that's what do it. That's what a good month of running your podcast to get you, nigga. Polo gear, all kind of shit. Let's go.
Shut
Thanks.
up, boy. I
Thanks.
wore this last one. Chill out. Nah, low key, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been thinking about just buying a bunch of red and blue shirts just to match the whole podcast as a whole. Just wear those specifically for the podcast. I ain't
Is
I'm
gonna
that
lie.
red
crying.
though in the back or orange?
Talking about the shirt?
No, the wave and blaze thing.
Hold on.
I
Let's
thought
see.
it was orange too.
I thought it was red.
It's like a reddish orange, orange
Yeah.
red. It's all good. You could wear. You got the orange, the orange sweater, hoodie Dave.
Orange hoodie Dave is hilarious.
I'm
Orange hoodie
crying.
Dave.
All
Yo,
right,
but yo,
man.
I'm out. I just wanted to say that. Yo, salute to y'all. Let's go. Not you look awesome. Your hair looks fucking marvelous. Oh man,
Oh, thank you,
yes.
King.
You already know the vibes. I'm out of here. EBL shit.
Hold on. We really about to break this down. Is it? All right. This is about the. Cause I thought it was red. Like, you know what I'm saying? It looked red to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm blind. So we gonna do this. Present. Share screen.
Nicole is holding it down in the chat. Thank you, mommy. I appreciate all of this.
That look red to me. I don't know what y'all. Maybe like a reddish orange. Low key.
I guess when you do like when you had it the way you had it before, looking at it up against your sweater, it does
Mm-hmm.
look orange. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at it on my phone, and it looks more red on my phone than on my laptop.
See, that's what I'm saying.
So you might be on to someday. Nicole
Nicole don't
got
got a wrench. Nicole
Nicole,
got a
yeah.
wrench, don't she?
No, she been
Oh,
holding it down without a wrench.
you know
You
what,
gotta wrench
Nicole?
her
My
up.
apology. I'm about to get. You know what? We about to
Yeah,
correct that.
fix that on today. This is Women Wednesday. This is the day to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Especially since we couldn't get King's other account to work. It won't show. It's not showing up. All I see is a Nicole. Hold on. Oh, that's because I can't spell. Oh, that's what it was. I tried to put hers on, but it wouldn't let me. Hey, Nicole, do me a favor. Go put a comment on go in the comment section of yesterday's event of yesterday's podcast. That way I can click your name and just add it to you like that. Add it to you like that. Because when I try to type it in like you have like it showed right there, it doesn't pull up. It pull up every other Nicole Birch but yours.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, she be in here every day. I'm in here. I see her, and she hold it down. She support. She need a wrench.
Yep, that's a fact. All right, y'all. So yeah, Nicole, do that for me, and I'll add you. I'll give you a wrench up with your wrenches on there for the next time we're live. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Let me close out of that for now. With that being said, now let's try this again. Nacci,
Yes.
hold on. All right, so there you go.
This has been an interesting, awesome, fun-filled, information-packed episode of Wave and Blaze with EBL Dave. I thank you guys for coming in on Women's Wednesday to discuss something I'm very proud of, which is my book, Growing Down: An Observation of the Masculinization of Black American Women. I appreciate the opportunity to come up here and talk with you guys. It's been a great show. Make sure that you guys tune in Monday through Saturday to Wave and Blaze with EBL Dave. Make sure you check us out on all platforms. Find us on Twitter, EBL. Find us on Discord. You can find me, FibonacciBrown.com or Fibonacci Brown anywhere, really, on all platforms. And we are out on a Hump Day Wednesday.
We appreciate everybody for stopping by. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. And don't just watch the battle, be part of the battle. All you gotta do, look in the description, click the link to the Discord, be part of the audience live.